Fuck that over. Fucking fuckers can't stand the goddamn point.
Channel.
Fuck this game.
Well, shit.
That's how I feel whenever I play League.
Fucking, I was playing fucking Clash Royale. That fucking stupid piece of shit.
I gave up on that.
I did, but then like I got back into it.
Well, shit.
That's how I feel whenever I play.
Okay. So I did a diagnostic on my current internet situation, and it is 2 megabytes down.
Jesus.
And 1 up at the new place.
Mm.
I will be contacting Verizon tomorrow.
Yes.
Yep.
Because that's a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, I put in a job in FE Warren, Wyoming.
Yeah?
Yeah, right near Denver.
Move to where it's not so shitty outside?
We'll see. Move from from one extreme to the other. I think it's just super windy there.
Super windy is better than
But
super...
it's better than fucking shit.
Yeah, better than super fuck you.
Yeah, the only thing I'm like worried about is like the altitude. It's like high as fuck there. So like when I was there, like I was, like winded. I go up like the stairs and like had to like take a break halfway. It was so bad.
Shit.
So not looking forward to that.
That's cool, man. You get used to that.
Yeah. But we'll see.
Okay. We all ready to go?
Yes.
I think so.
Yep.
I think there might be a little weird lag, and I think it's me. I'm not sure. Everybody's video is very choppy for me. I think it's my side. And it's probably because I'm streaming it too.
Yeah, everybody's a little choppy for me too. But
The only people choppy for me is Palin.
Yeah.
Yep.
and six.
Just
Nobody
Palin.
is
No,
choppy.
just Palin.
And Palin.
Really?
Okay. So,
Anyways.
who would like to sum up last session?
I feel like it's appropriate for Auntie to.
Mm-hmm.
I concur with that.
Sure
Absolutely.
thing. So we opened up in front of my old house. I introduced the whole team to my mother. She went around the table and basically asked if everybody was happy, and got various answers throughout.
Really awkward.
Yeah, and then for some it was a little intrusive. Me too, as well. And then suddenly a guard showed up at the door because there was commotion, and basically we found out there was fighting in the streets. The guard asked my mother to go find the peacekeeper while we went down to the lower streets and fought our way through these strange orcs with some weird veins on their face. Killed a bunch of them, and as the final group approached, the peacekeeper literally flew in and started punching people to death while we helped out and pretty much slaughtered them just as well. Ended the session as we were walking out of the gates. I ran back to my house to leave a note for my mom, but she was actually back at the house. She gave me 5 notes, 5 sealed letters, one for each of us in the group. And as we stepped outside the gate, I passed them out amongst the group. And buddy, you missed this part. I passed them out to the group, and I didn't read them, or at least I told you guys I didn't read them. And And I did want to start the new session here because we ended it at the front gates of Kareth, but there was a moment that Buddy wasn't there for. So, Buddy, I approach you and I hand you this letter, and I say, Grodek, I know you can't read, but this is.
But I can fucking read.
All right. Well, I didn't read this letter, and this is from my mother to you. So do with it what you like. And I hand it to him, and I walk away.
Buddy,
Oh, thanks, buddy. No big deal. I'll just stick it back in here or something.
can you read Common?
I can fucking read.
Well, you were raised by wolves. Most people who are raised by wolves can't read.
I can fucking read.
What's your int?
My int 10.
Oh.
I can fucking read.
You can definitely read.
My mother spent many, many years raising me before my fucking shit went to hell, making me, and because all my other friends made fun of me because I could read. Why I think my uncle hates me so much? Because barbarians and Goliaths shouldn't read. And that's why my family is alienated.
Is it a thing like your int level?
Yeah.
If you have a high enough int, you can read?
If you have a negative int score, you can't read.
Wow.
Oh.
I can
Cool.
fucking read.
But he's too off. He's too off. Yeah.
All right.
I may not be able to read out loud.
So,
But he can fucking read.
Or I can fucking read. It might take me 10 damn hours to read a fucking sentence, but that's no different than now.
Let me send you.
Be sure to whisper.
Hobbits.
Yeah. That's Oh fuck! I got it on my other screen. I can't copy pasta. Damn it.
What are you doing with your life?
Apparently got too many screens on too many different computers open.
Come on, dude.
Okay, so what else are you guys doing?
Well,
Do I know anything
Did
about this city?
Yeah. We arrived at the front gates of Karth, so that's
Okay.
where we ended.
So go ahead and roll Karg, I think you've been through here.
Have I? I must have.
I mean, you were close by. It's up to you.
What would I roll?
As long as you can tell me why you would have been here.
My city is. A lot of the artisans go there to sell shit and come back, and my city's a trade route.
Okay. Yeah, so you might know a thing or two. I think both of you. I think you might have played here before, Karg. Maybe with a traveling group or something like that.
What is that?
That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. I would say you know stuff. When we need to roll for things, we'll roll for things.
Okay.
You're not clueless.
Okay.
Alright.
So you walk up to the gate, and you notice it's very deep, dark stone, large castle wall there. Again, you had went through the forest, and there were a number of vendors outside. And you approach, and there's a small river that you can see in front of you, and the gate is, the portcullis is open, and the large red gates are slightly ajar in the front. There is a group of men standing outside, clad in some armor and some weaponry, standing outside the gate.
We walk up to the gate.
Okay. So as you approach, the guards, they walk up to you and they put their hands out and they said, "Hello. What business do you have in Kareth?"
Well, we wish to partake in your tournament that we've heard so much about.
Oh, okay. 2 seconds, and he walks to one of the other guards. And when he walks over, they discuss for a second. And you see he hands over like a little slip, or a little piece of paper, a piece of parchment. And he walks up to you with it rolled up. And he reaches and extends it out just like in everybody's general direction. Who takes it?
I grab it.
All right, so you jump up and you snatch it out of his hands. And he says, I hope you don't mind the precautions. This is a pass to get to the front of the grounds where the preliminaries are being held. You don't have much time to get there. I would say you need to get there very soon. But there is a system we have here, somewhat primitive, but every time you pass a certain checkpoint, they're going to mark off this parchment. If you pass a certain number of checkpoints prior to reaching the Colosseum and prior to reaching the grounds, you will be taken in for loitering. So I would suggest that you don't get into any funny business, move ahead.
Would
is this like
can you direct us
like
the
when
way?
the is this like when the bouncers at concerts rip a little bit of your ticket off every time you get caught running into the pit when you don't have general admission tickets?
I would say, yeah, probably close to that.
How many times? How many checkpoints can we go to? Should we just go right there?
We should definitely just go right there.
Okay.
What's the
What you're
quickest
trying to
way
say
to get
here?
there?
We're good sporting. We're good sporting fellows. We don't have to cause any trouble. Don't worry.
Best way to get there is
Shoot.
the tournament is being held in Lights Hold. If you're not familiar with the city, that is where the Colosseum is located. That is where the Dawning Fields are located, where the entire tournament is being held. So you should be on your way to Lights Hold. You'll have to pass through the middle ground and around the lower slums. And that's the most direct
How many
route.
guards are out here?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
There's 4.
Okay. So we have to pass the center through the slums. And that'll bring us to the grounds?
Around the slums.
Yes.
Okay.
How much money does a guard make in a year? Do I know?
Roll, I don't know. Fucking... I don't think you're that smart. Just roll an int check.
I'm not that smart.
You have, genuinely no clue.
What time is it right now?
It's 10:30 in the morning.
Morning,
long do
right?
we-
Morning.
Yeah.
Well, sir,
Let's
how
just
long
go
do
there.
we have to get to the tournament? How long?
Sign-ups for the prelims are supposed to conclude at noon for this round.
All right, let's go, boys.
All right, let's head
Let's
out.
just go.
Okay.
To the middle, through the slums. To the east or the west?
Point us. Yeah, point us in the right direction here.
He
My
says it's just follow this road. If at any point you don't see red woodwork on the buildings, you've gone through the slums, which will take you in the wrong direction. Follow the red woodwork straight there.
Follow the redwood work straight there. Got it.
Not the yellow
Right.
brick road, the red woodwork.
Not the.
I was about to say it. You know it.
All right, ready, boys?
Yep. As we're walking, can I? So Elijah gave us this scroll that he shot 6 times. Was there
Yes.
anything else on this scroll?
No, there was nothing written on it.
All right, I'm just making sure because I have a note that says scroll with 6 gunshots in it.
It was the scroll
think
from
that's gonna
Olin
help
that
us.
you all never read.
Oh yeah, all right.
Yeah.
All right, we head in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Can't pass any checkpoints. Can't go to any shops. Right?
They give you a nod, and
I think everybody's out to get you, Cole.
No, only one person is.
No time for shots.
only one person.
There's DM ass fuckery going on.
No, there isn't.
There's always DM ass fuckery
You're
going
gonna
on.
get through a shop. Okay, so
Alright,
you
we head in.
walk in. City gates about 40 feet tall. They're gigantic. As you're passing through the gates, you notice that they are that deep red saffron kind of crimson color, the same as the trees you had seen in Timber Reach Ante. Not that anybody else really got a chance to get a look at them, but and then immediately as you enter, it's like a masterpiece of stonework and carpentry. Everything is made of kind of this deep dark stone, and all the accents and like the binding beams and everything, all the windows, everything is made out of the red wood from Timber Reach. So it's dark colors, but then this bright crimson red. It's a really unique looking architecture to the place. The streets are lined with this black cobble, or this dark gray cobble, and in between the weavings are that red as well. Each of, like, when you walk in, there's a number of fountains and things like that with flowers growing, and they're all trimmed in this red as well. You notice when you walk in, there's a lot of, I mean, it's bustling. The town is bustling. There's people yelling back and forth. There's a number of little stands as you walk in with some trinkets and things like that laying around. And it's pretty close to shoulder as you walk in. You're bumping through, bumping through the streets.
With all this red around, I want to walk next to Palin and just softly ask him how he feels about this. Like, does this kind of like, are you okay with seeing all this?
Oh yeah.
Because I know you don't like the redwood.
It's okay.
All right.
Okay, if I spend my life hating every color, you know, I think I'm starting to get over the old redwood. It is really a beautiful material.
Good. Just checking.
Okay. As you continue to walk forward, you now are passing a number of horse-drawn carriages that kind of like push you out of the way as you're moving. It's very akin to walking in Times Square at peak time or at any point in time. You are shoulder to shoulder. If you let go of somebody's hand, you're gonna lose them in the crowd, kind of, sort of type thing. As you're walking,
I follow closely behind the big guy.
Yeah, through the thick number of people, though, you do notice lots of different walks of life amongst them. Some upper class, some middle class. But one of the things you do notice is there appears to be a large amount of, even in this opening area, right, like right by the gates, there is a large amount of people who you would probably consider poor. They look poor. Their clothes look ratty. Some of them are sitting out. You see a number of families just sitting together, poor families sitting together on the sides with like buckets of water, dirty water washing each other's faces and things like that amongst the crowds as you walk through. Going straight there, anything you want to investigate on the way?
I want to just cast this spell on Auntie and Buddy.
Okay.
It's called Aid.
Gotcha.
Lasts for 8 hours. Gives them 5 hit points.
You're doing it level 1? Okay.
Sick.
It's level 2, but
Level 2.
yeah. Not temporary hit points. You guys got 5 more max hit points.
That's awesome.
Okay.
That's pretty solid.
For 8 hours. Who knows? They might do some weird debuff thing before you go in there, but maybe this will slip by.
Awesome. Thanks. I'll take it.
So, as you're continuing to walk through, You see a lot of the same, as we talked about. Now you're passing some storefronts with like some interesting trinkets and things like that in them as well. It's less carty than in the courtyard and more starting to go, okay, this is not a courtyard. I'm actually walking through the city now. As you're walking, you do notice that the area to the north is somewhat, definitely looks like you're a veer off as far as poverty goes from the area you're in. Totally different class that way. You continue to travel forward, following the directions of the guide. And eventually, maybe you ask a few people on the way or whatnot, but you find out where Light's Hold is. And you continue to Light's Hold.
We still see the red. We don't get lost.
No, you don't get lost. Light's Hold is basically center of the city, a little bit off center, but mostly the center of the city. You come upon what is a large. It looks like a cathedral. Large peaked roof, red woodwork all over the place. In fact, it has more red woodwork than a lot of the other buildings you've seen. The same dark stone. So the only thing that really stands out is the architecture of it as far as how it looks as a building. The rest of it is kind of the same materials as everything else you saw. It looks like a cathedral type thing, but it's situated beyond another inner wall that's in the center of the city, with large gates in front of it, as well as some guards standing in the front. And you're going to assume that this would be the palace, probably, that sits in Light's Hold. So you approach those gates, and the guards stop you. Say, what's your business?
We are here for the tournament.
Do you have something? Do you have a scroll for us to mark, please?
And I pull out the pass the guard gave us.
Okay. He takes it, marks it once with a little quill that he has. Says, "Be on your way. Don't loiter, please."
All right.
Simple enough. You pass right through, and you move in. And now you thought the front courtyard was thick. Now at this point, not only do you see that palace, but you see a massive, round stone structure that you can only assume is probably the Colosseum in this area. As you're walking, the guards kind of say, there's the dawning fields. They point you in that direction towards the Colosseum. This area on the ground is mostly actually grass. It's almost like a garden a little bit when you're going through. And it seems kind of like it's almost like walking through like a Ren fair. Like it seems very Renaissance fairy. There's also lots of people standing in here, but it's a more open kind of like field sort of area with these two major structures sitting in it. You continue toward the Colosseum, and out in the front is basically a few tables, and you're passing a number of people who are very armor clad. And you're clearly passing some other competitors at this point, scoping out the competition, seeing all different walks of life in here amongst everybody. And there are a number of lines waiting at tables, which you can assume for sign-ups or sign-up purposes.
Can I perception check for anybody that stands out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh! Great rolls, boys!
There are a lot of unique characters in this group of people. You see a number of. It's the most startling thing you see, like the most starkly contrasting, is you do see some like lizard folk. Like there are some lizard folk standing there, standing on line very peacefully. Not anything that you've heard about lizard folk. It's usually not their game to be not causing trouble, but they're standing there on line.
Okay.
Line's got about probably 5 or 6 people. 5 or 6 people or groupings waiting.
Oh, and by the way, my tattoos are in my pants again. I forgot to tell you that.
Okay.
In my
Did you say we saw some like big structure, 2 big structures or something?
Yeah, so one of the structures kind of looks like a cathedral type thing with a large red steeple. You would assume that's the palace in this area. And then the other structure is the Colosseum. Large, tall structure, lots of individual windows on it. I mean, you look at it and you go, well, that's obviously what this is.
And they pointed us to the Colosseum then?
They pointed you toward the Colosseum, which is the direction you went. And now you're seeing that there's kind of like a little roped off area, with
Yeah.
And in this roped off area, there's a number of like sets of quote unquote like red bleachers set up, and there's people standing, and you hear some grunting and the sounds of metal hitting metal behind these tables. You can't really see over what's going on too well from here, but you're getting the vibe that there's some competition going on beyond.
All right, so we get in line for the sign up.
Okay. You wait a few minutes as people go through, whatnot, and eventually you come to the front of the line, and there's a gentleman behind the counter, and, well, hello there, who might you be?
We're here to sign up for the tournament.
Well, you are cutting it mighty close. It is slightly past noon, but because you are waiting so patiently, I will make an exception for all of you.
Oh, we really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
I am, after all, a reasonable man, so I will do this.
Obviously.
So, you need this slip, and I show him the slip.
Oh, well, thank you. That's more of something for the guard. You can keep that. Don't worry about
okay.
Let's see. What do we need from you? And he puts like a couple of pieces of parchment on the table. He's like, first, I need you to, everybody, please write down. How many of you are there? How many? 1, 2. I count 4. Am I missing one?
We have 5.
Oh,
It's 5 of us.
I didn't. I'm sorry, sir. I'm terribly sorry. You're short. I apologize for that.
It's all right. I
mean,
kind
I'm
of get
sorry.
lost next to the big guy here.
Yeah, it's genetics. They're just a fuckery, if you ask me. I need you to please write down here legibly. Who has the most legible handwriting?
I raised my hand. I said, sure, I do.
Okay. Chance to redeem yourself, sir. Okay, so what we need from you is there's 5 of you, which is perfect, because if you know the format of the tournament, it's a 5-on-5 tournament after the preliminaries. That is great. What I need from you is to write down a few different things. I need the name of your grouping. We need a name for your group that you can be announced by. Okay. And we also
big deal.
We also need to write down, because we also would like to introduce you each individually as well. So we need each of your names as well on this parchment.
Okay.
Okay, so sir, what is your group name? Do you need? Usually you all huddle up about this. I'll give you a minute to do this.
Oh, it's no big deal.
It's no big deal.
But I understand that it's not a problem, but you still need to do it.
No, yes, it's no big deal.
Boys, just to can we huddle? I think we
Sure.
should do. I think we should
Sure.
do Shadow Council. Trust me on this.
Shadow Council?
I think
Sure.
we should do Shadow Council.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
Sounds good. Any objections? No? Okay. So I start, if he hands me like the paperwork, I start filling it out with Shadow Council and then our names. I look at Ko and say, Ko today, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thought so. So, and I just put everybody's first name because I don't even know if I know everybody's last names.
Okay.
So unless anybody speaks up and says their last name, I just put down the first names.
So he takes it back from you, takes a look. Okay, the Shadow Council. What? If you do, how about the Council of Shadows? This doesn't have the same ring.
We prefer Shadow Council.
It has personal meaning to us.
Well, who am I to say? Okay, that's fine. Just not as marketable. That's okay. What I would need is it appears that there are no secondary names for the purposes of announcements. We greatly recommend that you include both names. It's much easier for people to remember both names, and it will give you a greater chance of making it further in the tournament. Who knows? There could be multiple. There might not be multiple grow decks, but there might be multiple other things.
Sure.
So
I write Faden down next to Dak's name.
What was that, sir?
Well, I write Faden down next to Dak's name.
Faden. Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't even know that, so let me just write that in my notes.
I don't even know if that's actually Dak's name.
Okay. Well, for the purposes of announcements, I need to know that you put down Faden. Okay.
Sure. Then I look at Ko and say, well,
Starfeet.
Okay, so Faden. You put
Starfeet.
You put down your real name?
I put down my real name.
Yes.
Auntie, what do you put down?
Do I have to put a sec? I don't have a second name.
It's just less marketable. You can do whatever you like, but
I'll stick with anti. Thank you.
okay, that's fine.
Dak just writes the in front of his name. The ante.
The auntie. This Palen. What is your last name, please?
That's Palin.
Oh, let me spell it phonetically then. P A. Okay, we got it. That's good. Okay, so Palin, what is your last name, sir?
Folkwine.
Folkwine. Oh, that's a nice name. It's a nice name. And the Grodek. What is the Grodek's last name?
Utha, the jeweled bear.
I love it.
So there is there's a character limit. We don't.
Medieval Twitter.
Okay, we'll include. Oh, it's like a nickname. Oh, I see. I got it. There were some other people who had these sorts of names that came in today with these sort of nicknames. They were relatively the same stature as you. That's interesting. Okay.
Oh God.
Maybe.
Oh God.
Might be your cousin, buddy.
It's my fucking uncle, probably.
Okay.
Pretty good. It's not gonna be good.
So, all right, now I just need you all to sign the list of provisions. I need a signature from each person, please. And puts it down and kind of does something else while you're there. Basically, the biggest thing on the provisions is it goes over the rules, which if you'd like me to reiterate now, I can.
Please.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I'm just going to read it as if it's, oh, so you don't know the rules at all. Okay, so let's go back. We'll take a step back. So there is a preliminary process. It's going to be 2 rounds of preliminaries. You have to complete and win both rounds to be considered to move on to the main event. The preliminaries will take place in 2 1-versus-1 formats. This is different than past years. We've had to adapt due to some things that have happened. So the first is a hand-to-hand combat contest. This contest will consist of 5 1-minute rounds, and it will be scored by the judges or the winner who records a knockout. Okay, simple enough.
MMA.
Yes, yes, of the martial arts variety. And the second, this is what we call and this is in honor of the Dire-Tide Kingdoms, and therefore, the second is a Dire-Tidian grappling contest. The Dire-Tidian grappling contest. This consists of 2 best of 3s, best 2 out of 3, 2 out of 3s. Does that make sense? Do I need to say it slower? Do you all have it? Okay.
Now we got it.
Glad we're on the same page. This you will score points by either pinning your opponent to the floor or ejecting them from the arena itself.
Wow.
There are some provisions here. Death is not prohibited, but if you are going to use it, it better have an effect on the people judging the contest.
I'm sorry, death?
Death is not prohibited.
Interesting.
Don't do it, stupid.
Most often it is revered by the judges, which is a panel, but not loved by the crowds. So you have to, it's sort of a gamble. You would have to choose. There is no fighting outside of the contest while you are in the city. No bar fights, no law run-ins, you will be immediately disqualified. Immediately. Emphasis on immediate.
Okay.
I will cross off the Council of Shadows right off the list.
At Shadow Council, but understood.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
So the panel today, so you will need to win both of these contests. The panel will need to unanimously or by majority, depending on if somebody sits on a fence, they can choose to abstain, which would make it a unanimous decision. Does that make sense? So the council will decide. That's another vote, and the other will be based on the audience reaction recorded from the crowd during your contests.
So you need to get both of them on your side. Got it.
There are 2 days of preliminaries left. Today is the last sign-up day. Tomorrow will take place the first contest. The following day will take place the second contest. And then the third day will be the selection day, where we find out who has made it into the grand rite.
So one today, one tomorrow, one the next day. Okay.
One tomorrow, one the day after, and one the day after that.
Sorry.
Yeah. Got
One
it.
today, one tomorrow, and one the next tomorrow.
But I thought you said there are two.
Yes, but there's a selection contest. The selection ceremony.
Oh,
will
I
take
got
place.
you.
Then, just so you know who we have on the panel today, the panel for this contest and for the rest of the contest, this will include Aben Franco.
Aben Franco.
Yep. Excuse me, I'm sorry, Aben Franco.
Gotcha.
And the name rings a bell. I'm not sure if you guys remember.
Yep.
Yeah, he's one of the glorious whatever.
Yeah.
Drake's
They won
company.
the last time.
He is
Yeah.
here in lieu of Drake himself. Drake has been apparently called away on some sort of business that we're not sure about, so Aben has stepped in as he brought most of the refugees back in from the recent Wildwater and Cinder Bay evacuations. I apologize for the amount of poor in the city. That would be why this has all happened. The next person on the panel is Justine. Justine is a winner from the last Cinder. She is quite the feisty one. And the final person on the panel will be joining us as an honorary member this year will be Peacekeeper Autor. Unfortunately, we were expecting the presence of Magnus Dragonbrew, but he has been drawn away also due to matters at Amenthir that are more pertinent to him at this time.
Oh, he couldn't make it, huh?
Yes, unfortunately, he sent us by courier a few days ago that he would not be able to make it.
So, just to confirm, the only way to get disqualified is by fighting outside of the contest?
There is no magic allowed in the contest at all.
Ever?
No, for the preliminary rounds. This is what we call the Lidra rule. See, we have decided that while magic is very dominant, without any brute force to back it up, which, to be honest, is more difficult to be flashy and physical than it is to be a powerful... When you are you were either a powerful caster or nothing. Makes sense? This is the Lidra rule. Lidra in the first round of the preliminaries last year, made one of her opponent's heads explode. So we have decided that we cannot continue with this process because that is always going to win over the fans and the panel because it's glorious. So.
Can we help? So there are only two. If I may ask a question,
Yes.
there are only two members from our party competing in these preliminaries. Is there any way that we could help our parties? Is in way of buffs? I know you said magic isn't allowed, but
Any sort of spell to put on somebody that is aided of them will most likely and will most prominently be cleansed prior to their entry. But certain exceptions are made. I would say if you would like to give it a try, and if they make it through, they make it through, and if they don't, they don't. You will not be disqualified for walking in with them on, because you will be purged prior.
right. Okay. And then another way, then I guess it's just our job to cheer on our teammates, huh?
Cheering's what I do best. I don't need magic.
Okay. With that said, as I scroll through my list of shit, did I say everything you needed to hear? That you've asked about, yeah.
Will we have a chance to clarify the rules for the 5-on-5 once we make it through the prelims?
Yes, there will be a separate council handled about that. It is round robin bracketed format afterwards. Simple enough. Just make sure the other team is not conscious at the end. There's no real limitations to it. Just please don't blow up the Colosseum. It becomes difficult at that point. Once the audience dies and there's no one to watch, it's really not profitable.
I buy that.
Yes, it's a matter of semantics. I'm not sure if you all work in that much, but it doesn't look like it, but just figured I'd let that. Okay, so with that said, I will take this. It has been a pleasure. Your first heat will be tomorrow morning at precisely noon. Where is his slot? And he's like moving some pieces around. Noon. Come at noon tomorrow. You look for me because I will not be at the sign-up booth again. I will be running things tomorrow, and we'll get you all situated. Can I ask who will be competing in the hand-to-hand contest?
That would be me.
Well, okay. Did you plan on eating anything today? I just don't want you to. Yes, okay. And team? And who will be competing in the Diartidian grappling contest?
Oh, that'd be me? Oh, wait. No, never mind. I think it better be him. And I point at Grodek.
Okay,
That'd be me.
the Jeweled Bear. I like that name. That is quite the name.
Oh yes, I had one master of men.
Normally I meet your kind and it's like the Destroyer or the
Yeah, well.
the Shit Taker or something like that.
The shit taker.
Speaking of names, sir, I don't think we ever actually caught yours.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
My name is Kalen. Kalen, my apologies.
Nice to meet you,
Kalen, eh?
Kalen.
Kind of may rhyme with Palin.
Yes.
That's my name.
Yes, it does. And he turns it around and he shows you. See, I spelt your name phonetically. It's similar to mine. And then Palin, make a perception check. Palin, as you look, you realize that like the N on the end of like your phonetic spelling has like a little squiggle that like you like look at and you're like, fuck, he put an E at the end of my name. Okay, I will see you all tomorrow.
Fantastic. We are gonna go prepare now.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah. Feel free to stay wherever you like in the city. There are plenty of rooms open. Unfortunately, we haven't been as kind to our refugees as we should, just due to the time. And he points and he says, but if you do not have money for a room, there is always this. And he points over to basically like just a sea of tents. You see a sea of tent structures just chilling in a field.
We're gonna go probably find a room.
Nope.
Thanks for your
We'll
help
see
this
you
morning.
tomorrow, though, bright and early.
It has been a pleasure. I look forward to seeing you all in action tomorrow.
All right.
So before my party goes away, I say, hey, Kalen, and I show him my shield, my Bahamut shield, and I say, so I happen to be a cleric of Bahamut. The Justikar is a dear personal friend. Was everything okay?
I unfortunately do not know. I'm not privy to these things. I'm essentially just following what I was told to say. I'm not a man of a great political stature, so I do not.
Fair enough. Thank you anyway for your time.
More than glad.
Till tomorrow.
Until tomorrow, Council of Shadows.
Shadow Council.
I'm sorry. It's terrible. We should have. Blood of Orthis was much better. We should have just left it then.
Once we get a little ways away, I just turned to everyone and I said, well, the first thing we're going to is a potion shop.
Yes.
I could point you in the right direction if you'd like.
Yeah, that'd be great, actually.
Okay. It looks like you'll find the best potion shops in the town in the Barteros Promenade.
That sounds like a great place.
There are many, many shops here. There are shops amongst the entire city, but that is where you will find the finest wares.
And where is that located?
The Barteros Promenade is just south of where we currently are. Follow the river.
Gotcha. Just south, follow the river.
You'll know.
You've been greatly helpful.
Can I insight check that guy?
Absolutely.
I trust this guy.
He's legit.
Nice insight check.
Just roll it. 23.
Killing it.
23. I mean, there's nothing that you picked up on besides the fact that he's like a hoity-toity.
So basically,
Individual.
I'm trying to get out. Like, is this the Gucci area, the high price, high class?
Oh, about the area?
Like I'm trying to figure out if this is going to be overpriced and we could go somewhere else.
Judging by what he told you, he said it was the finest wares in the neighborhood. So
Okay.
you perceive that as probably the highest quality. Whether you can afford the highest quality shit right now is a question
let
mark
me-
in your own head.
Okay.
Let's just go check it out. What do we got to lose? We got a whole day.
All right.
Okay.
Sure.
So you leave and you ask a few guards where the river is, and they point you to it. So you find the river and you follow it south. And as you're following it south, you hit an area now that you're like, well, okay. Like everybody in the area is wearing the most beautiful garments with billowing sleeves and long gowns and gigantic gaudy jewelry and like you pass an entire group of women that all are wearing tiaras and crowns. Like they're just walking around on the street with fucking tiaras and crowns on. As you're walking through this area, it's right on the river, so it's very reminiscent of kind of like a Venice type thing. There's many people in boats down below pushing themselves along the river, and some, slightly nicer boats, and all made out of this red wood. Some of them are not, and the people in the not red boats are clearly less well off looking. You continue to follow the river as long as you don't want to do anything while this is all happening.
I do, but I'm not going to.
I figure we can wait till after the tournament to get in a shit ton of trouble.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get out of it by then.
So you continue to follow this river south, and as you are following it south, you eventually hit a point where, as you're going through all the nice area and whatnot, it starts to peter out, and in this area, you notice there's much more. There's lots of signs sticking out of buildings with like flapping wooden signs attached to them, attached to some chains. And here you'll see a picture of a mug, and then across the way you'll see a picture of a piece of bread, and then across the way you'll see a picture of like an axe and things like that. And you're going down, and there's a bunch of different signs.
We're looking for one with a vial on it.
So you don't see one with a vial, but what you do see is you see one with a kind of like a cauldron.
That'll do. Shall we, gentlemen?
We shall.
Lead the way.
What's
I
the
stroll
story
into the
here?
shop.
We looking for some potions?
Yeah. Perfectly legal. Don't worry, we're not
What
breaking
about,
any rules.
What about okay? You have stuff? Don't you have stuff to sell too?
Before we
I was
walk
thinking
in,
barter.
Before we walk in, I want to whisper to the group, gentlemen, I don't have the highest reception here, but perhaps one of you could make sure we're not being followed and scouted out before this tournament.
Sure, I'll hang back outside and keep an eye on things while these guys go in then.
Not to say that it's not a good idea, but do you have some suspicion, friend? Are you
I just know
uneasy
that
for some reason?
if it were me, I would want to know who my competition is. I'm not.
So some enemy teams scouting us out. I see. Okay, sure.
That's all.
Okay, yeah, I'll hang out outside then and keep an eye out.
Okay.
Try and blend in.
Just
And
before we go. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say, just try and blend in, so I'm not like obvious. So
Okay, you want to roll stealth?
yeah, sure.
Okay, you go ahead and do that. Everybody else is going to go ahead and go onto the building, I
that's-
assume.
Definitely.
Yeah, just I'm gonna whisper to Cove when we go in and say, listen, I'm gonna let you do the talking pretty much always, but if at any point you need me to slap a 20 fucking foot circle zone of truth on some guy who you think's not telling you the truth, just let me know and I'll fucking do it.
Let's go eat that for now, okay?
Yep, just give me the signal.
18.
Just testing the waters here.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson from the last time.
Okay.
Maybe.
So you walk into this place, and you walk into basically like a little vestibule area, first thing, and then immediately after that little vestibule area. Now this building had no windows on it when you walked in. After that little vestibule sort of area, there are two long black curtains. You can't even see into the room. There's just black curtains there. So
I go in.
You push your way through, and the second you push your way through, you get hit with the most pungent array of aromas possible.
This is exactly where we're
Some
going.
are herbal, some are definitely like chemical, some are Palin, and you smell these things as well, but you also notice a hint of sulfur on it as well.
It's a little magic.
Yep. So you walk in, and there's nobody at the counter, but there's a few different counters lined up, and in some of them there are some like more mundane looking liquids. So there's like some clear liquids, and there's some like dark brown liquids, and some darker black liquids and red liquids. And then there's an area that has like torches around it that's got like an effervescent blue and an effervescent green and an effervescent pink and like all these flashy things. Like a bar would set up a pair of lights so that it points out the expensive shit. Like that's kind of what's going on in this place.
All right, is there like a counter or a person in here?
There's nobody in there, but there's a counter.
Is there a bell on it?
There is no bell on it. No. There is actually on the counter. The only thing is, it looks like the head of a snake, kind of just like looking at you like this.
Okay, so I stroll up to the counter and I go, "Hello, is anyone here?"
And as you talk, you look down at this, or make a perception check.
Not gonna try to steal anything, even though you want me to.
I always put the carrot on the stick. You just don't take it.
Natural one. I don't see shit.
Karg, you're like looking around. You're trying to figure out like where is somebody, and then all from below you hear a. You have no clue where it came from.
From below, I don't know where it is.
You have no clue.
So I'm just like looking around like.
I tap him and I point at the snake.
Hi.
So like this clearly like taxidermied snake. It's not a whole snake. It's like a snake sitting on like a little like coaster with it's only got this much of its head. It's animate. It's looking at you, hissing, and it's like it's trying to snap, but it only has this much neck on it. And he's trying to snap at you.
Huh.
And he's like eyeball level because you're short compared to the counter. So he's like, so now all of a sudden, it's just you look and you're like, what snake? And there's a right into your face.
Interesting snake.
Yes, I am coming. I am coming. Give me a moment, please. I'm coming.
And out of the back walks a short-looking figure, a woman dressed in like super black cloak kind of clothing, large beaded necklace, like gray granny hair everywhere, all over the place, hot mess looking, super cronish kind of nose, big pungent lips, super small eyes, all squinty and dark. Walks out holding a serpent-like cane, and just
I'm coming, Sonny. I'm here.
and slaps her hands on the counter and goes,
Hi.
She's like looking over the counter at Auntie, like, what? Why are you standing so far away?
Down here.
Hello down there. What can I help you with today? What can I help you with?
Well, I'm looking for some potions, and I feel like this might be the right place.
You might have come to the right place, depending on what you're looking for. Let's So what can I help you with?
I'm looking for a potion to make someone stronger, and I'm looking for a potion to make someone more dexterous, and I'm looking for a couple of potions to maybe make someone able to get beat up more, able to take more punches.
You. And she's like super shaky. She's like standing there, like just like the whole time, just totally shaking. You must. Are you in the tournament?
Yeah.
It was a very specific request. Buddy, are you in the room with everybody? Did you go in?
Of course I didn't.
That's funny. There were some individuals.
Your friend already bought these sort of things.
Oh.
Oh
shit.
God.
Oh, friend.
Oh shit.
What do you mean?
This one, he already bought some.
Oh shit!
No, this is a different one.
You know what I'm
We
doing
just got
tonight?
here.
That's rare to fall.
Oh, our friends were in here buying that. Did they say where they were staying?
Look again, dear woman. This one has hair where the others don't.
First off, Karg, roll deception.
You got this card.
$28.
Yeah.
Jesus.
They did not. They didn't mention where they were
Jack of all
staying.
trades.
They paid me. They paid me in wares, not really any sort of coin. They just had items to trade.
So anyway, can you help us out with all those?
Unfortunately, your friends already sold us out of these things.
Yeah.
So what do you have then?
Man, all this gold I was looking to spend too. Huh.
We could still manage a few things. We have this one, which is she grabs from the counter a large bottle, and it's filled with a viscous crimson colored mixture in it. This will restore your vitality if you have any issues with that. Let's see. We also, and she brings out a few more beakers of crimson liquid that are a little bit familiar to you. She puts them on the counter. She brings out 3 of those.
We'll heal.
What about something to make somebody more dexterous?
We don't. I don't have this, but I have this. And she puts on the counter. It's like a. It basically looks like mud with like rocks floating on top. This one will this actually is the last one I have left. I was saving it. The others mentioned that they would come back if they needed it, and they were gonna give me a premium. So if you'd like this, I will sell it to you at a higher price. This is referred to, this potion has the essence of a stirstone giant in it.
Oh shit.
So that'll make someone stronger, huh?
Yes, it will.
Alright. Maybe we could work out a deal with what you got here. How much for, you said you pulled out 3 of the other vials and a stone giant vial?
She pulled out three beakers
3
of
small
crimson
ones,
liquid,
a big one.
one big one of crimson liquid, and then the stone giant bottle.
How much for all that? Maybe we can work something out.
Oh, she's counting. And it takes her like 3 minutes to count it up, and you just she's not moving very quickly. Carry the one.
What's to stop us from thinking that this will just come off in the contest? If we were to use it in the contest.
We don't know.
I say better safe than sorry, right? And if that's
I
the
guess
case,
I
we'll
was
still have the healing potions.
I guess I was asking her.
I'm not selling these with the intent of any sort of contest. I'm selling you wares. You take that risk yourself.
Of course. I just mean, you must know, right? You seem like you've maybe seen it. What the hell is it called? A grand rite before.
Yes, that doesn't mean that we can necessarily see what happens before the entrants enter.
Don't worry, it'll be fine.
I can't find.
Free.
I'm trying to find the prices on these fucking things.
Karg, do you know about the other stones that we have? Like the elemental stones? When you're bartering?
No.
So
But don't worry.
Alright.
Each of the small potions are 40 gold apiece. 40 gold.
Okay.
If you buy the lot, I will give you each of them for 35 gold apiece if you buy all of them.
Okay.
The larger potion of healing is 80 gold.
Uh-huh.
And the giant potion is 175.
All right. What kind of deal will you give me if I buy them all?
See, I could give you. I have to exclude the large one and the stone giant from this conversation. We have other things if you'd like to take a look at them. If these are out of your price range.
Oh, they're in my price range. I'm just saying, like I'm spending a lot of money here. You know, I'm sure you can do a little bit better for me, right?
For the lot, I can get my calculator out and I can do.
You mean your abacus?
My abacus, yes. What did I say for the superior?
80. 160 gold.
The total's like 350.
360.
360.
I can knock off another 25 gold if you buy the whole lot. I will sell you all of it for 310 gold.
310?
Yes.
All right. I might have some stuff you might be interested in too.
Oh.
I pull out. You remember when we were in the place with the? They had the arcane spires.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You took a piece,
And I
didn't you?
broke out a piece of that.
Yeah.
I put that on the counter. This is from a magical arcane spire inside a undead lich's castle.
This is interesting.
I figured someone like you might be interested in it.
I am very interested. I would offer to trade this for perhaps some of my other wares. I would prefer a gold offer on what's on the table.
You're only gonna take gold for what's on the table, huh?
Yes, I could trade this for something else if you'd like.
All right, let me speak with my companions, and then give me a minute, and I will let you know.
Okay.
So, guys, what do you want to do?
We have 300 gold in the bag of holding. My personal.
I have 100 gold.
I have 10 gold personal.
I have 92.
Wow.
I'm
Jesus.
not in this conversation.
I got like 50.
Do we want to test getting the potions? I mean, I think we should at least buy the healing potions.
I think we need the healing potions regardless. I'm not going to use any of these in my fight, but we might be able to use the stone giant for both.
Is it clear what it does? Just gives him strength?
Yeah, it's gonna up his strength. I think we should just get the healing potions and not get the stone giant one.
Yeah, I mean, 175 for that fucking thing it's clean.
All right, you
If
want
we
to?
get all 4 healing, she said if we buy all 3,
It's 10. So it'd be 185.
it's 105. So 185. That's
Alright.
my vote.
All right, let's take that out of the bag of holding and buy them.
Alright, so I turn to her and I say, well, at this time we are prepared. If you're still up for giving us the 3 healing potions for 35 gold each. And the big potion for 80 gold, we'll take those. And we're gonna hold off on your stone giant potion.
That more than acceptable. I will take this from you.
I'm not gonna haggle with her anymore. Are we taking it all out of the bag of holding?
Car's getting a milestone point today for not haggling.
I haggled
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, unless you guys want to throw personal gold, I just subtracted 185.
This healing, outside of like party discussion, outside of the thing, like this kind of like healing potions and stuff is kind of what the party gold's for.
Yeah,
In my
Yeah.
opinion, anyway.
exactly.
Oh,
Alright, so throw those in your bag, Auntie,
I have them.
for now. And then, so now about this piece of crystal that I got here.
Yes, we could.
I was looking, maybe you have some invisibility potions you want to trade?
I don't. I have not concocted one of those in a long time. They require odd to get ingredients from the Underdark, so I do not have that available. But I have, and she slaps down a potion on the table, and it is like orange in color.
Uh-huh.
I would be willing to trade 1 for 1 with this for this.
What is that?
This is a potion of fire breathing.
I've seen those before. They're fairly common. It's crystal though. It's real rare. Real rare.
Perhaps then the oil of etherealness, and she pulls over just a clear bottle with it looks like a white, looks like water, but it's the consistency of oil.
What does that do?
This will make you and your equipment ethereal for 10 minutes. Oh no, I'm sorry. I read the internet wrong. Applying the oil takes 10 minutes, and it'll make you ethereal for 1 hour.
Interesting. I'll tell you what. I'll trade you the crystal for both of those potions.
That's unfortunately that's not how this works. I am willing to trade one or the other, and with the promise that whatever I use this for, I will keep you in mind.
Dude, hell yeah.
Alright, so how about
You have been
I'll
good to
trade
me,
you
and
the-
I want to reward you for that.
I'll trade you the crystal for the potion of fire breathing. And then you give me a good deal to buy the potion of etherealness.
That okay? That we can do that. A good deal on the potion of etherealness would be about well, if I was to give you a price, it would be about with a discount. I normally sell this for about 5,000 gold. I could chop off and give you a 50% discount. I could sell it to you for 2,500.
2,500 gold.
Dog.
I'll take the potion of etherealness for the crystal.
Like the ethereal is so much cooler.
Done. Fair trade. Even trade.
Wait a minute, perhaps I tipped my hand a little too soon.
Even trade, you said 1 for 1, right?
Let me read what this potion does before I give it to you.
Dude, you can walk through walls, bro! Come on.
Yeah, I'll take that one. Sold.
Unless you go into a different plane. That
Yeah,
would...
you go into a different plane.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you did.
It's a 7th level spell. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, get that.
Yep.
Go
Done
into the
and done.
I'm rescinding my offer.
What?
Uh-oh, I lost Dak. Did everybody lose Dak?
We lost Dak.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Dak down.
You're rescinding your offer.
Yes, because the DM didn't read close enough.
You know.
Who is the DM?
That's not fair.
What? We don't know what this DM is about.
It's not about fair, it's about not beating Orcus at level 4.
I mean, if you really want to rescind your offer to one of the Starfeet clan,
That's a very beautiful name, but it means nothing to me.
And then she throws down 2 more potions. And they're both little vials. And she says,
I will do the potion of fire breathing, 2 more healing potions, and then perhaps.
and then she just throws down another potion of fire breathing. These
so 2 potions of fire breathing and 2 healing potions for the crystal.
Keep in mind, you don't know the value of the fucking thing you're giving away.
Yeah, I know. I tell you what, I'll take the deal, and I'll be back probably later. Maybe we could make some more deals. I got some more stuff you might want.
Sounds good.
And see what.
All right, I'll
and
do
keep
it.
Me in mind. And keep me in mind.
Damn, I should have just took it.
What
But
is
I
the
feel
name
like
of this place? I didn't see a name on the door, miss.
I am Fenira. Fenira's Cauldron.
Finira. Or tell her to keep you in mind when she makes it.
Wasn't it Finira?
Keep me in mind for when she uses the ethereal potion.
No, when she makes the spire.
When she what?
She's gonna use that spire to make something. And she said she would keep you in mind.
Oh. Yeah, keep me in mind.
I have to. And as she's kind of like rushing you out the door, you see smoke billowing out of the back room that she came from.
Uh-oh.
Like green smoke just like goes up to the ceiling.
It's not simmering anymore, and she
Thank you.
moves back.
I give you one of the healing potions and one of the fire breathing potions to put in the bag, and I hold on to the other 2.
Okay.
I hold
and
on to one fire breathing and one healing.
And Tix, to be clear, these are now minor healing and greater healing.
Minor healing. The other one is actually a superior.
Oh, sick. So one. Okay.
So we have 4 in that bag, 4 minor healing, 1 superior, and 1 fire breathing.
Yes.
And then I have 1 minor and 1 fire breathing.
Damn.
Why don't we? Should we? Whatever. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Come outside. Look for Dak. Don't see Dak.
You don't actually. Dak is so stealthy.
When you guys walk out, I just like pop up next to Karg as soon as he's done looking in my direction and go, so, find out.
Oh shit!
Dak, did you see anything?
I'm assuming I didn't see anything.
Roll perception.
Maybe. Whatever.
It felt good to finally get rid of something.
Yeah.
20.
You see that this area has, as much as it has a lot of regular folk in it, there are definitely people walking through this area that are competing. You can just tell they're adventurers. Those are the adventuring types. All sorts of people. You see halflings, you see gnomes, you see dwarves. You see, at one point you see a group of 5 dwarves walk by you that are all clearly together. You see a group of 3 males, 3 male humans. Then you see a group that like looks like yours, sort of. There's a gnome, and there's 2 humans, and then there's like an elf in there too. And it's you are no longer strange in this like sort of surrounding.
So I just look at Auntie and I go, well, not much. It's just nice to be someplace where I'm not the shortest person around for once.
Thanks for keeping a lookout.
Yeah, not a problem.
We got a bunch of stuff, Dick.
Yeah? What'd
We
y'all
had to
get?
spend some gold, though.
It's just gold.
We got a
Right.
bunch of healing potions. And we also got a few potions of fire breathing.
Well, if they're anything like that alchemist fire you had,
Yeah.
So, who needs armor? I might be able to work out a deal there, too.
I would like to find some sort of identify scroll or wizard, but it's not a priority. Just keep your eyes peeled.
I pull out the... Well, I don't pull it out, but I, like, pull up the little, like, giant fang that I've got from that spider and say, well, at some point I want to get this made into a dagger. So...
Oh, you have
Nice.
one too.
Yeah, we
Oh.
ripped both of them out.
Right.
And you saved however much poison you could get, or venom you could get out of it.
Oh, it's the spider fang.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So...
I thought you had
Does
another
anyone
spider.
remember what?
Come in handy.
Does anyone remember what that weird outlaw with guns or those boom things said for us to do when we got here? Maybe.
He said if
Present
30
some
days
sort
has
of-
gone past and he hasn't made it back, that we should take that to the king.
Yep.
But
What is
it
it?
hasn't been 30 days yet. It's only been like 12,
12.
15, something like
Really? That was more like
We're,
18.
we're like 20, I think.
I thought we were at 18 or 20, yeah.
You're like a week and a half out.
Okay. So,
So maybe after the tournament if he's not back. Yeah?
mhm,
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, and they don't live in a world with clocks and shit, so it's,
Yeah.
not
Right.
exactly 30 days, give or take 5, 6, 7.
Right. Right.
To the jeweler.
Where
Oh,
are we-
yeah.
Where are you going?
We're looking for a jeweler now.
I want to start keeping my eyes
Unless-
out for like signs in Thieves' Cant that would point me towards where I could like find some people in the seedy underbelly to buy and sell shit with.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
You go ahead and make an investigation check. Are you all okay with going to the gem store, the jeweler?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not trying to like go out of the way and leave everybody. Just keep
Yeah.
my eye out.
Make
while
the
we're moving.
just make the check while you're moving. Yeah.
Sure.
Just remind me a little bit later.
Yeah. I want to re-roll that.
You do that. Okay. So a few stores down, you see a sign that's a giant like ruby, a giant diamond sitting on it.
Perfect. What a great store.
And what are you looking for? What are you looking to do in here?
I'm looking to sell.
You're looking to sell. I can't create a memorable shopkeeper at every shop you go to, so let's
That's okay.
a woman behind the counter greets you. Well, hello.
How's it going?
It's going. What can I help you with?
I'm looking to get rid of some jewelry. And I pull out... I have it marked jewelry from the alien dude with hands. Remember the guy that had a bunch of hands?
He had his rings.
I got a bunch of jewelry from him.
Yes. That was like a year ago. Fuck.
You got the dire tide cups too, right?
Yeah, I got the 2 chalices.
So you pull all that stuff out. How many rings did you get off the hands?
I don't know, I just rolled jewelry from the alien dude with hands.
Okay. I hope it wasn't my responsibility to remember. So
I'm guessing there was one on each hand,
no,
right?
you're overshooting because I don't think I would have done that.
Oh, okay.
It's okay. I'll forgive you.
Probably that's probably what it was, right? Just treat it as one item, jewelry.
Yeah, that's how I would do it. Okay. This the jewelry. It's of good quality. Not in the best shape, but it is good quality. That's interesting.
Could be cleaned up pretty easily, I dare say.
Yeah. I mean, yes. But you are, after all, short, and I am a jeweler, so I think we should just stick to what we're good at. No offense. And by that I mean, please stop talking.
Okay. If you're looking to sell these, I'm willing to give you jewelry. I'll give you, just due to the shape they're in, the cost for me to clean it up and then resell it, probably 25 gold a piece.
Oh man, the other jeweler offered me 100 gold apiece.
Then you can go back to that jeweler.
Really?
That's what the jeweler said to me once when I was a kid, and I just I remember that forever. Because I lied to him, and he was like, "Yeah, just go to the other jeweler. Then why would you come to me?"
Oh well.
Yeah, then you should go back to the other jeweler. That would.
How about 50 gold each?
How about 25? They're valued at about 70. And now when they're depreciated value, they're really only going to sell for 40. I'm going to clean them up to get them to 40. So
Can I roll an insight check on that?
Absolutely. Not that you know much about jewelry, but you can go ahead.
Well, it's not the jewelry, it's whether you think that he's just full of shit.
This person threw some numbers at you and is, thinking
sounds-
about profit the way you think about profit.
Alright, so how about 80 gold for all three and you have a deal?
All three what?
You said there's 3 rings, right?
I'm not coming up. It's 25 gold apiece.
Alright, I'll just hold on to those for now. What about these 2 chalices? Are you interested in these?
Well, she's looking at them and these. She turns it over. Where did you get them? When?
I got them a long time ago from a undead fortress with an undead lich in it. Long story.
Oh,
They were really hard to get.
yeah. It's hard to find a buyer for this.
And why is that?
Because most of these are ransacked, stolen goods.
Really?
Yeah. Hold on, she's gonna roll insight on you.
Where did I get them from? Did I
Take
steal
it
'em?
you already knew that, yet you're still trying to pawn them off.
Pretty sure
No.
we got these by killing orcs.
Yeah, definitely just got them from undead lich's keep.
Yeah.
There were orcs in the keep though.
The best place for these is you should return this to a curator, because if you don't know, they're chalices of the Diretide Kingdom.
Well, Therodar's an asshole, so fuck him.
Where's the nearest curator?
Nearest curator would be in the museum in Lightshold, actually.
Oh, cool. Alright, I'll make sure these get to him. Thank you, I appreciate the information.
It's no problem. If you try to sell them to the curator, he's probably going to just get you arrested. I figure you don't strike me as an honest
Why would
person.
I sell them to a curator?
You don't strike me as honest, so I'm just going to go out there and say that.
I appreciate the tips.
Just the tip.
Well, with that, I will take my leave. Don't want to wear out my welcome for too long.
Please. Thank you. Goodbye.
So the
Have a nice day.
I walk up and I pull out a golden locket and I ask, "How much for this?"
Well, she takes a look at it, and she rubs it off a little bit, and this is
Is this what I have in my notes?
this is a pretty nice piece of jewelry. Where do you
I
mind?
found it.
I love to know the story. Where'd you get it from?
I found it in a cave of goblins that was attacking a nearby city.
Can I? Do you mind if I open it?
Sure.
And she opens it, and after she opens it, she stops and looks up at you and. Do you know the people in this?
No, I do not.
Oh. This is. Where the fuck are their names?
This isn't Keegan's locket.
It's lucky that I found it in that first cave we were when we first.
Oh, okay.
Those goblins in that dire wolf or whatever.
This is the. Well, I can tell you the people in this locket. This is King Oster. And where Queen Tissa. King Oster. Oster.
Gotcha.
And Queen Tissa. I take it you got these from the same cache as the cups, because this is the king and queen now deceased of the Dire Tide Kingdoms.
God.
Oh my god.
And in here are their children. In this picture are their children. Their names really aren't known well. But the two here, and there's two babies in the picture.
What
painting.
race are they?
You
Can we
can't.
tell?
They're a little big for a human baby.
They're not like green or anything.
No, they're not quite green, but they're big.
Oh god.
It's like they're swaddled up like a baby and look like a baby, but the size of like a 2-year-old.
Is it a boy and a girl? The kids?
It's a you can't tell.
I mean, are there two of them? I'm sorry.
Yes, there are two babies. Each parent has one.
Gotcha.
So are you saying this also belongs to the museum, or you're willing to buy it?
I would recommend you bring it to the museum. This looks like a personal item of theirs.
Okay, sounds good. I take the golden locket and I throw it to God. Care, put this with the other shit.
Hey, let me.
Sure,
let
no
me
problem, buddy.
You mind if I hold on to that, buddy, old pal?
Sure, buddy. Whoever the fuck wants this shit, I have no need for worthless lockets. I mean, valuable historic lockets have no idea.
I
Since you-
talk to him about it next time we see Dickbag.
I think it's
Yeah, I
time to go.
want to show it to good old Thirudar and Kirudar and
Yeah.
see what they say.
Those 3 gems that I have,
Yeah.
I don't think they're elemental gems, right?
They're the
clear
ones you
one.
got from the spider bank.
Yeah, one of them's clear. One of them's clear with a milky color. The other one has dark spots.
No, I don't. I think
Yeah.
you wouldn't think they're elemental.
I labeled them as gems. All right, I want to pull those out and present them.
These were big, right?
I think so.
You put them on the counter.
Where are
and
we?
she's
We're
like,
at the
well,
door still?
I think these are like oval, like fruit sized.
they're not of the highest quality, but what they lack in quality, they have in quantity. These gems are typically used to adorn another sort of more marvelous piece. And she goes, these we just, and she takes them and she brings them over to like this primitive like cup with like a lever on it, and she puts it on. She's weighing it, right? It's like she's weighing it. But these we usually buy by weight. For the lot, I am in need of these. Where is it? Gemstone appraisal. Well, for each of the gems, we can do There were 3 of them, right?
Yes.
We can do... We'll do an even 40. Tell you what, 8 gold to appraise each gem. So I will charge you 8 gold, so for each one. Because normally I would sell them for 48, or buy them for 48. So I will appraise each of them for 8 gold and buy them from you for 40.
So 120.
Yes. Technically everything I've looked at before I should have charged you for. I'm being kind. Mainly because I don't want you in my shop anymore, so you can hurry this along and stop pulling things out of your bag.
I'll take the 120 gold. No debate.
That's okay. And she goes behind the counter and pulls it out, hands it to you. Drops 3 sacks, each with 40 gold on the counter.
Wonderful.
And are we done, or does somebody else have an heirloom they'd like me to tell them that doesn't belong to them?
Isn't there some sort of plaque?
There is.
I was gonna
Or do
say
you
that
wanna
for the
save
armor
it?
shop.
Can you
Fair
all...
enough. Fair enough. Let's go to the armor shop.
All right. Yeah, I think we're done with the. I have a jewel keeper's kit, right? Because I'm a jeweler. by
Yes.
trade. All right.
Yes.
So I don't need to buy any tools or anything.
Yes.
Or you could have probably appraised everything.
Probably, but oh well.
Well,
I'll do
I'd
that
say
next
that
time.
she really charged you for that appraisal. 8 gold on each appraisal was pretty high.
It sounded high, but I was in no mood to barter today.
Okay, so do you pull out the plaque in front of her or no?
No.
I feel
No.
like I just took you all to the mall.
Yeah.
I am done with the shop.
Okay.
We gotta get buddy armor.
We do?
You gotta get buddy armor at some point.
What is the next shop the group would like to visit?
We have 2 left, right? We have Palin's Arcane Scroll, and we have Armory.
I'm thinking the curator might have scrolls. Can I would I know that? Would I know what kind of vendor has an identify scroll?
Yeah, absolutely. Go. You typically would know that these came from arcane users. Usually, somebody who owns a shop that sells materials and material
Spells.
components for spells. Yeah, they would sell.
Yeah. Okay.
They do sell these sort of things in general stores as well. But if you're looking, it's like walking into CVS. You know what you're going to get at CVS. You know.
Right. What time is it? Is it late yet? I wanna
You've been walking for a few hours, probably like 3 o'clock. The city's big. You spent a lot of the day walking.
Yeah. Shit.
Could I go find a library?
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to go try to read something. Go do some research.
Yeah, you can go find a library, absolutely.
That's so funny that you said
You-
that just now.
You do a little asking,
That's what I was thinking.
and then you're told that the library is in... Oh, please don't tell me my laptop froze. Nope, it didn't. Okay, good. The library is located in the Cathedral District.
Okay.
And you're also advised that it's literally on the other end of town.
Oh, okay.
Or on the other end of the city. Probably about a
I
2.5 hour
suppose we could, right.
So should
You
we
wanna go there?
should we split to?
I suppose we should probably also keep an eye out for where our home base is going to be these next
Yeah.
few days. No?
that too.
Anybody know an inn to stay at? A reputable inn?
Karg and Auntie, go ahead and roll history.
By the way, guys, I took 40 gold from those gems to replenish my personal stock. If you guys are okay with that,
Sure.
Of course.
because I was at like 10.
Yeah, you were low.
Everybody's got to bribe somebody at some point in time.
Yeah.
Karg and Auntie. Karg, the last time you were here, you played a couple gigs, and they actually set you up in a very nice area in the estuary. And the estuary is the upper district that you had walked through before, called the Last Lantern. It was a very nice place and probably expensive. Auntie, when you've come here, you spend a lot of your time in the middle ground, the kind of middle class area. And there are a couple places in that area. The Gentle Whisper was one, and Snapdragons was another.
What'd you say it was? The Last Lantern?
The Last Lantern.
I know a nice place we could go, guys, but might be a little expensive.
I know 2 middle of the road average joints that we could check out.
That's probably better. We're gonna be here for a while.
All right. How about the Gentle Whisper?
Lead on.
All right.
So what's everybody doing? Are people all going to the inn, or are we going to the library? What are we doing?
I would like to go to the library and tell the group, let's meet in the tavern of the Gentle Whisper at whatever o'clock.
Okay. So
I'll just
who's
go
going
to the tavern.
Who's going to the library?
I want to go there. I guess. Yeah, I'm going to the library to do a little research on something.
Okay.
So, I want to grab Karg and have a little discussion with him about the chalices, but also then I'd like to go check us in and make sure we got rooms,
Okay.
and then follow up with the Thieves Guild stuff.
Okay.
Do we
Or
know?
the-
Do we know
or the-
exactly where the tournament is taking place?
Say that
Like,
again.
is it in the the preliminary rounds of the tournament taking place in the Coliseum or?
Yeah, he said to
do we
come
know-
back there tomorrow at noon for that.
Right, but like the fight, is it in the main Coliseum? You think is that like common sense?
So
It will be in there.
while you were there, signing up in the Dawning Fields, there was a contest going on behind him, but in like a roped off area with like bleachers. It looked like.
Right, so that's what the idea that I was getting, that it wasn't in the main Coliseum, that was maybe for the main event,
Yeah.
and then there was like grass and shit around that where we could have our kind of makeshift things. I just want to make sure that they're, don't worry.
Gotcha.
Thanks.
No problem. Okay. So the people who go to the inn. Okay. You walk in. Nice, simple place. Nothing crazy. Has a bar. Lots of people in it because it's in the middle. It's in the middle class area, which is probably where most of the people are staying. You walk past a lot of poor again, a lot of beggars, a lot of people holding out cups as you pass by. And when you walk into which one was it that you went to? The Gentle Whisper or Snapdragons?
Gentle
Gentle
Whisper,
Whisper.
one Auntie recommended.
You walk into the Gentle Whisper for the sake of time. The barkeep there advises you that due to the tournament, the rooms are at a premium, so unfortunately it's not the normal rates that he could promise. But he does have enough rooms available.
Okay. What would the rates be then?
It would be 7 gold a night per person.
7 gold a person.
Damn. Good thing we didn't go to the
7
high
gold
class
a night
one.
per person.
Yep.
All right.
Does that like include meals, or is that just the bed?
It includes a continental breakfast.
So it includes fuck you.
A bagel and yogurt.
I'd like to look over to Grodek and say, what do you say we just camp outside, my big friend?
Oh man, no big deal, my buddy. Fuck yeah, take shit.
I wouldn't be opposed to sleeping under the stars.
Oh, the stars, buddy. I like it.
Though maybe it'll be hard to see them here in the city.
Nah, who cares? Take a shit.
I want a room.
I want to have my own room. I have
I
stuff
knew
to
you
do.
would.
I'll double up with Ko.
Okay. So, Dak and Karg, if you double up, he'll charge you 10.
For the both?
Yeah.
That works for me if that works for you, Ko.
is
I'm
10.
okay with that.
And then Auntie, you got 8, so that's 18 gold a night. Buddy and Palin are camping.
I don't know. I
yeah,
just don't
fucking
know.
cheap ass bam.
I think I'd rather camp. I
Buddy,
don't
we
know.
can camp outside, save our money to drink.
Yeah.
Okay.
I took the money out.
Yep. So the group makes that decision for now, at least. And then the rest of the group goes to the library. Does the other group, Dak, we'll get back to you in a second. Other group goes to the library. What are you looking for?
I am looking for anything related to old gods or old demons or whatever. I'm looking for that purple face. Literally anything related to the phrase weave the threads or pictures of old gods or drawings or anything.
So interestingly enough, when you walk into the cathedral district, which is fenced off kind of in like a weird way, it's got a very short fence, like knee high. But when you walk in, it's almost graveyard-esque. Like you walk in and there are a number of clear temples set up. But the outside appearance has like that wrought iron post kind of look, like you're walking into a graveyard sort of. You go through the front gates, again, you see all of those. Each of them has like a different fountain or something different. There are, how many temples? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 temples lined up. One of them has a fountain on it. The fountain has a dragon. And the water is coming out of the dragon's mouth as it rears back with its head roaring. And in front of it is a little plaque with like kind of like an open book with some scribble in it. It's stonework. Then the next temple next to it has a large picture of a sun right on the front of the temple, and the fountain has a sun as well. The next one next to it has a plaque on it that has multiple interlocking gears that are rotating slowly. Then the one next to that has a nice fountain as well. This one is very simple, but you look in it and you see a lot of coin sitting at the bottom of the fountain. The temple next to that is actually what people refer to as the library, but it's a temple. And then the final temple in the row, kind of buried behind all of them. In the front, there's no glamour to it or anything. It's has no grass. It's the darkest building of them all, sitting in the back. It's small, almost like mausoleum sort of, and no grandeur to it or anything, but on the front of the door there's a couple wrought iron handles with the beaks of what look like crows or ravens on them.
This is the temples that we see right there?
Yeah.
Does it look like people have passed through it or gone through those doors ever?
Yeah, I mean, there's people here. There's people at the fountains. There's people praying at all of the temples.
Which is the dragon? Is the dragon Bahamut? Is it clear to me which one is the temple
absolutely.
to Bahamut?
It's Bahamut. Yep, absolutely.
I
And
walked
is that?
to the.
I guess I have to stop there.
Mm-hmm.
I walk up to that mausoleum type place.
Okay. What are you doing?
Well, I just want to. I mean, I guess you already described it, so I want to walk in.
Okay. So you open the singular door with the raven insignia on the handle, and when you open it, it's the smallest of all of them. Like, to give you size, it's almost like a little bit larger than like a porta potty. And the second you open the door, it's just a spiraling staircase downward.
I am just enthralled by this, so I cautiously walk down.
Okay.
Is there any light at all?
It's very, very dark. It's like a flickered torch lit. Palin, you watch him go down here, or are you following him? Are you stopping Bahamut, or are you going with him? I imagine that you're like walking toward the Bahamut, and then like you look out the corner of your eye and you see Auntie walking in the other direction, and you're like no words, no nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna follow him.
Okay.
Okay.
Palin and Auntie, as you're in here, you get a very ominous vibe from the place. It's dead silent. Every step you take is and it echoes like nothing in here. You go down a spiral staircase, which eventually lands at a landing. It's all dark stonework, even blacker than the stonework outside because it's unweathered in here. And you hit a landing that has additional staircases that go downward. You probably go down 5-6 staircases before you come out to the bottom. And when you come out to the bottom, you take a few steps forward, and Palin, you actually do you have Bahamut's Will lit?
Yeah, because it's dark. Yeah.
So
you want me to?
It's up to you.
I mean, listen. Yeah, that's the first thought when we go in is if it's mad dark, I try to get some light at least so we can see.
So as you're walking, after you hit this landing, there's a little bit of a hallway, and as you're walking down this hallway, Palin, you see Bahamut's Will's torch just gradually diminish.
Oh my god.
I try to cast it again.
It flares up and then comes back.
Oh, don't you hate when it happens?
And the further you get, the smaller the flame is.
Wow.
Seems as if my god, his powers are not very powerful here.
Seems like Bahamut's Will is underperforming. Okay, what happens to the best of us?
I say.
What devilry is this?
I say it's all right. I don't quite understand either. Do you still feel comfortable pursuing with me?
I would hate to leave you alone.
All right. We can.
That's just your L5C.
And I do have dark vision.
Yeah.
To expect. Okay.
Dark vision, is it a limited number of feet? I always forget.
I believe
60.
60.
I believe it's
60.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
you can
you're
only see
walking.
black or white.
Right.
So you're
seeing
walking, and you see the grayscale platform underneath you, and then it's gray, and it's gray, and it's gray, and the interwovenness of it is somewhat white at points where like the molding meets each part. And it's a very mundane hallway, but it's pitch black. Palin, you can't see shit. Auntie has got your hand. And as you continue to walk forward, Auntie, there comes a moment where you lose that grayscale on the floor, and it's just black. And as you continue forward and you lose that grayscale on the floor, you lose it on the sides as well. And you lose it above you. And you approach where this blackness starts, and you see you're now in an area that is a separate chamber. You see black walls moving this way. You're standing in the area, right? And they go out to the side, so you can look this way, and they go out 60 feet that way and 60 feet out that way. But in front of you, it's just black, and off to the the diagonal, it's just black. You're basically standing on a ledge above nothing.
Okay. So really, I can't see. I'm just in a black cube for all I know.
I would venture to say that you think you're on a cliff.
Okay.
right? Based on what you know from your dark vision and like how you've seen your whole life, you would be like, oh shit, this is a cliff.
All right. Well, I tell Palin maybe I have to see this room through different eyes. Hold on to me, and I go into my shadow.
Yeah.
Start moving around the room.
Okay. So you jump into your shadow. Which way are you going?
Straight.
So when you jump into your shadow, it attaches to the ground. So you would have to go down.
Oh, well, yeah, sure.
Do you know what I mean? Like you couldn't walk forward.
I know what you mean. Yeah, well, on the surface.
Yes.
Yeah.
Going down.
Yep.
So you are the shadow. Palin, you can't see anything. You're just holding Auntie's hand at this point, right?
Yeah, I got like my hand on his shoulder, kind of like, you know, making sure his body doesn't fucking just slump over, kind of thing.
Interestingly enough, your shadow does not have dark vision. So you're moving downward and you're moving downward and you're moving downward and you're moving downward and you're continuing to move across this wall into black nothingness. And you move down and you move down, and Palin, it's probably been about a minute. Then it's 2 minutes.
I want to call out. I just want to say hello.
Hello, 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 hello. Auntie, you are just walking into nothing still.
Can I bring it back up and try to move other ways around the room? Is this just the edge of a cliff, or?
Yeah. Okay, so you like it's like some Prince of Persia shit. All of a sudden, Andy's back up.
Yeah.
Palin, you don't even know that he came back up because he flips immediately
like,
back in.
To his body?
Yeah.
When you say come back up, you like he's in his body again?
Yeah, his shadow comes back up and he's back in his body. Now you travel along the wall to the side. You're able to go 60 feet and you're going, and it's about a minute. But at a minute, you kind of hit a corner where you feel your body, you feel your shadow flip between the walls. And you continue forward. A minute. 2 minutes. 3 minutes. Now, Palin, you've been standing here in darkness for 10 fucking minutes at this point. Just like... Actually, Palin, I'm going to have to ask you to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, shit.
Did I just freeze? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. Your picture's frozen, but I can hear you.
Are you guys in the library?
Okay, I will make it as soon as I can. No, we're in like a mausoleum right next to it or something.
Yeah, they tried to go to the library, but ended up in a dark temple.
Okay, where's this? Constitution save. I clicked it. It's now free. It's now frozen. It'll come up in a second.
We need to figure out your plugins that's doing this. Auntie, what are you doing? Oh, nice. Okay. Palin, after a little bit, you start to feel cold. And in your mind, you start to doubt things for no reason. And then after a few seconds, you just shake, and it's like immediately blood rushes back into your hands. You get that feeling like after you've been outside in the cold and you accidentally put like warm water on your hands, like you get that really uncomfortable pain comes to you. Auntie, sorry.
I want to take out my shield. I want to take out my shield, and I want to just say kind of to myself, and I want to say, I'm endangering the mission. I shouldn't have come. And I want to say, Auntie, I'm not sure I'm much help here. Maybe I should wait for you at the door.
All right, I come back into my body and I say, all right, I haven't felt any of that cold, have I?
Nope.
All right. I say, all right. Well, I'm gonna take a few more minutes here. You can. Would I have
Whatever
to
you
walk
got,
him back?
What's that?
Would I have to walk him back?
It was a corridor.
So it was
I
a
mean,
straight shot.
if Palin wants to walk back by himself, he could walk down the dark corridor.
I say, Palin, I don't know what to do here. I don't know if I need to try to walk across this thing or what.
Yeah,
but this is.
I do your thing, bud.
All right. I'll walk Palin back, I guess. And I'm gonna come back.
No, I can do it alone. I think I can find my way back.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Palin, you start to walk back. Go ahead and make another Constitution save.
I am not in my shadow, by the way. I am
Yeah,
focusing on hearing him walk back.
Sounds like a machine gun of
but,
steps. He's got
it's
these
coming,
big
you know.
clunky iron boots on, and every step he takes, it's just like.
Oh fuck. I am listening, by the way, to him stopping moving.
Palin, as you're walking, there is a point where Bahamut's will starts to light up again, and as it lights up, you feel an extreme coldness overcome you, and you take 4 points of cold damage.
Get fucked!
You don't know it's coming from anywhere. Your hair standing on end, and you're incredibly cold. But once the light of Bahamut is lit, it starts to warm you. Auntie, what are you doing?
I just start speaking words. Last time the voice spoke to me, it said two things. It said, "Weave the threads," and then it said, "Raven." And that's when I got the power. So I say both those things out to the darkness.
It echoes. Nothing really in response.
God, I don't know what to do here. Fuck, dude. I'm gonna try walking across the cliff, I guess. I don't know.
You're gonna step off?
If I fall, I'm gonna have to make a save, but I don't know.
Just keep in mind that you walked for minutes down.
So
every 10
I know
feet,
for sure this is an infinite fall.
You don't know that it's infinite, but if you walk for 5 minutes straight down and it's a d6 damage for 10 feet,
Yeah.
you don't know anything for sure.
I don't know what to do here then.
Man up, bitch.
Where am I?
Before
Am
you
I way
make your
far away
decision,
from
whenever you make your decision, I would prefer if everybody didn't know what you did. So, just once you know what you're doing, we'll discuss.
I wonder if the tournament allow us a replacement.
Wait, what? You don't.
Whenever you make your decision, we'll do the thing where it's just you and me.
Well, this could fucking kill my character. This could literally kill my character.
Too bad you're not mountain born.
I'm gonna walk off the cliff. Fuck it. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I could replacement character coming up.
All right, give me a minute. Okay, so you walk off the cliff, and you free fall, and you fall, and you fall, and you fall, and you fall, and it is endless. You fall for minutes. And then as you're falling more, you get colder and colder, and your vision blackens, and your vision darkens.
and you get lost in time. And all of a sudden, you come back to consciousness, sitting on the ledge again. But you have a searing pain on your hand as you take a look. Your tattoos have migrated up, and on each knuckle, yeah, I got the letters right. On each knuckle, there's a different letter. On your thumb, it's F. Pointer, it's A. Middle, it's I. Fourth is T. And pinky is H.
Which hand?
Your right hand.
Okay.
And as you sit and you see it, all of them begin to bleed downward, like as if you threw water on ink on the wall. And it conglomerates into the center of your hand. And on it you see it starts to wrap in circles and circles and circles and kind of looks like a whirlpool, and at a certain point it forms a picture of a spool of yarn or thread. And then it bursts out of your skin, up. And when it bursts out of your skin and up, you hear a caw, caw. And you look on your shoulder, and there's a raven sitting there. And then it absorbs into your skin.
The raven does.
Yep.
Okay. Is the spool still in my hand?
Spool? Actually, at this point, interestingly enough, it does reform, and it starts to unwind around each of your fingers. I think you get the image as it unwinds and wraps up.
Yep.
You good?
That's it.
Yeah. That's it. That was a lot.
No, I mean, like, can I
Yeah.
control this thread on my hands?
That's a tattoo. Yeah, you can move it.
Oh, so it spools around my fingers. And...
It's not you controlling the tattoo, though. It's the tattoos are doing
so-
their own thing. You can control it after the fact, but this whole sequence was it doing this by itself.
Okay, so basically I know that some shit just happened and I might be able to do something else.
Yep, you got it.
All right. Yep.
Cool?
Yep.
Good. Okay.
Now for now, and that'll give you an extra
Right,
one.
that's what I was gonna say. Maybe we could give him the scale mail, for 50 gold for now. It'll at least give him one more.
Auntie,
It'll give
now.
him 15.
Is Auntie
Yeah.
dead?
Yeah, I take a deep breath and I walk out.
Okay.
I'm waiting for you at the doorway.
Palin, it's like a fucking hour. Like,
Wait. So I'm sorry. So
between you leaving and waiting
Oh,
for
you
him
just
to
walk
come out, it's been about an hour. And he just walks out.
you okay? You okay, brother?
I say, I think I'm all right. But, you know, just trust me, okay? Have faith.
Sure. It's my specialty.
All right. Let's.
Ready to go?
Would you like me to accompany you?
Well, mine will be much less dark than that place, but I think we both want to go to the library, and then I want to go to the temple.
All right.
Damn.
Unless I misunderstood, and the library is not really a library?
No, it's a library. It's also a temple to Ayun, which is the temple of knowledge.
Gotcha.
So it just how happens to be a library. What are you looking for in the library?
I want to do a little bit of research on past Grand Rite tournaments and try to get some insight on what to do to win the crowd, or how past people have won the crowd, what feats they've done, if anything, that kind of thing. Like, what is it about, to give me an idea of what the kind of shit that I need to do to fucking fix this contest.
Okay. Roll, as you're reading through the books, roll investigation.
Whatever you want. I'm just gonna type it.
That's
It's
fine.
just a int. Roll 1d20 plus 1 int. Ew.
You find a lot of fantastical things that happen. There's documentation of Lidra's blowing heads up. There's definitely documentation on the past winners, who they've beaten. You can't really discern, there's just, acrobatics, strength-driven things. No
Spectacle.
real specifics, yeah.
Okay.
Anything else?
Epic fail.
Anything else in the library?
I mean, I'd love to learn everything about everything. I think I can build a fort, so I think I'm gonna call it quits and go to my temple when I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I was just looking for the same thing I originally said. Books on the old gods.
Roll investigation. Yes. For the sake of time, I'll write something up for you.
Cool.
Make sense?
Yep.
Just want to get everybody back to being
Absolutely.
included. Yep.
I'm all for that.
Cool. All right, and then Palin, you're gonna walk over to Bahamut, correct?
Yeah.
It's exactly what you'd expect. You walk in, and there's nice little platinum adornments on everything. It's very pristine, well kept, polished with toothbrushes and all. The temple is fitting.
Is it empty? I want to kind of just like go in and pay my respects. Let the church, whatever we want to call these people, let the sect know that I'm here. Hey, I'm a cleric. I'm a Bahamut's cleric. How are you guys doing? Is there a reverend around? Check in with the creed.
You're greeted by a cleric who is very pleased to see you, very happy to have another, and asks that if you'd be available for any sort of help during the tournament times in case of people bringing people in to heal or things like that. Asks if you're willing to give your time to do things like that. They also reference the large amount of impoverished who are hurt and wounded, and that they've been coming in occasionally to help them with sickness and things like that, and have asked if you're willing to give some of your time to help.
Yeah, I say I live to serve, and I want to just make it clear that I'm also partaking in the event, and I need to cheer. Aside from cheering on my friends and participating, I'm here. So
Okay.
maybe even I was planning on sleeping outside. I don't know if you have any extra place, extra room. I
if you're-
can make food.
The person is incredibly happy and says that if you're willing to give your time and cook, then you have a place for free.
Well, I'm definitely willing to do all that, but I also have some friends. I know they're not. 3 of them I know are staying in an inn, but there might be one more.
As long as he's not going to kill anybody. Look at Buddy's face.
I will make it, and I will. You have my word that I will tell him not to kill anybody.
It's interesting how you chose that verbiage.
If there's any danger of him killing anybody, I won't bring him. I promise.
It's a deal.
What's his name? What's your name?
Antonius.
Love it.
Excuse me. Is that it, Pale?
Yeah, I guess let me know how I can help, Mr. Antonius.
We will find you. I mean, considering you're staying here, we'll find you. Not a problem.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Where's Rhoda?
I, after you guys split off, went back to the fighting grounds. I wanted to watch the grapple match and learn and watch how people were fighting.
Cool.
I've never fought in a grapple match before.
Cool. Dak and Karg, do you go with them? Do you sneak out, buddy, or do you tell them what you're going to do?
Basically,
Sneak.
I didn't really have to sneak because Auntie and Palin kind of went off to their thing, and Dak and Carr were going to the underbelly, and I just kind of kept walking straight.
The underbelly.
Okay, so you go on your own.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Can we take 2 minutes because I have to piss so bad?
Oh yeah, go,
Yeah,
yeah.
Then we'll come back. Okay, cool. 2 minutes.
Good idea.
Same time.
Yo, I got this one spell we could use too, man, where we could ask Tix a question. He has to give us an answer.
Huh?
Said I got this one spell, by the way, you guys, where I can use it as a ritual, and we can ask Tix a question about the outcome of something that's going to happen in the future. Just keep that in mind.
Useful.
That's one. It's going to be one for the party. I'm not going to. You know what I mean? We could ask him is it gonna are the buffs that I'm giving to Auntie and Soul gonna stay on? You know what I
Well,
mean?
I'm gonna buff them in the middle of the match. Because Bardic Inspiration isn't magic.
Right.
I
It could
just
be
inspire
it
them.
could be anything. Right. The question could be anything. That's all I'm saying. It's like a question to the DM.
The question is always
When they fight, just give them a couple healing potions, and they're good. We'll win. I hope.
you're all gonna die.
Don't kill anyone.
You're all gonna die down
Hey.
here.
Or if you
Buddy,
do,
you still have
dismember them.
Still have that wolf
Kill
head?
them cool.
What, buddy?
Still have that wolf head,
Of course I do.
which you wear all the time, right?
Yep.
Was definitely thinking about using silent image to give Buddy wisps of darkness that arise up from him while he walks out.
Yeah, we gotta do some shit like that. That's what I'm saying, or something. I don't know.
I have a thing where I can give you temporary hit points
Good night.
turn. 1d6 plus 4 hit points for 1 turn. So I don't think that's magic. Well, I guess it must be magic. But it's an inspiration. So, I think I can do that, and I can inspire you.
Talking about
I
cheating.
think you can by like playing music and shit it from the stands, right?
Yeah.
Or like, you know, cheering. You think literally that's what it is, inspiration, cheering on, you know, like, right?
Yep.
I can make the ground shake while you walk. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Just make him fucking terrifying.
I don't think we should cast
Maybe
any
control it.
spells.
No, not
Any at
during.
all?
Not during. Definitely not.
Do we know if we can take
No, yeah, no.
potions
Just
during a
when
fight?
he walks out or something.
What'd you say?
Can we take potions during a fight or no?
Well, if you need to, you're gonna, because fuck it, why not?
I don't think so.
I don't know if that's allowed, but at the same time, I don't want to go into a fight and they just start popping potions.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
take them just in case.
you got them all. You got them all, right? So.
Yeah.
Each of you take 2 when you go, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yo,
I
is that
bet-
the
I
Raven
bet-
Queen temple? Out of character right now? Was that the Raven Queen temple?
It was a Raven something, yeah. Because they had the
Like,
Ravens
you know,
on
like
the
some
doors.
critical role, the Raven Queen, the fucking Raven
Dude,
Queen.
let me tell you, it was close.
I mean, okay, yeah,
I haven't
you don't have to. Tell me.
I haven't met a queen, if that's what you're asking.
Right, yeah, there's nothing down
You
there.
wanna
I
get
was
the
about to
Drow
like
temple?
fucking kiss. I was about to like fucking kiss daylight or something.
The
Dude, it
spinous.
was.
Like light that
I
bitch up.
I don't think it would have worked.
I don't think it would have either.
I thought you were done for.
That would have been the dumbest death of a character ever. Like,
Yeah, that would have been. I actually just read about on the Facebook forum or whatever D&D forum about somebody who did that. Somebody tried to jump a 20-foot chasm and they just couldn't make it. And they're like, "Oh, I'll try anyway," and tried to like roll a natural 20 or something. And like the DM just killed him. He's like, "Your character falls down a giant shaft." He's like, "I warned you."
God damn.
You know what we need while we're here? An immovable rod.
Yes.
2 of them.
I'm sorry, I forgot why I was like, why am I so hungry? Because I didn't eat anything.
Oh my god.
It happens, man. It happens.
Oops.
I had lunch at like 11:30, and then I had some popcorn.
Yeah. I hear ya.
Now I'm eating some meal prepped London broil. Look at that. Look at that nice little medium rare.
Oh,
Can't
yeah.
Looks pretty good.
Sounds great. Hey, my buddy, take a shit, fuck something dead.
All right. So, big buddy,
Yeah.
you head down to the tournament. And you're watching. You head down back to the same area that you went to before. You pass by the tables this time, and you basically, I mean, I'm going to assume that you just start nudging people out of your way.
Yep.
You're moving people. You walk up to what is like the surrounding fence area. You get a front row view, and you see next to each other there are multiple circles, rings set up within this large fenced-in area. You see a few people engaged in what looks like a fist fight. They're on top of one guy's on top of another guy, just pummeling him, elbows to the face, hands to the face. And then you see in the area next to that a few individuals who their hands are interlocked in front of them, and they're like trying to force the other person the other way, and they pull down and they go into a bear hug, and they're both, one guy manages to lift the other one over his head, slam him to the floor, covers on top of him, and you see there's another individual there who holds up a flag. They both get up, they square away, they interlock again. This time the guy throws him out of the ring. Official raises his flag again. And this continues over a number of things. You notice that the official waves, brings his flag up,
when somebody is ejected from the arena and somebody brings their flag up when they're pinned to the floor, back down. And then at one point, interestingly, the guy puts him in like a chokehold and leans back, and the opponent taps out, and a flag goes up.
Jeez.
And you're seeing this very varied sizes. There's no weight classes here. In one of them across the way, you see a guy that reminds you of Auntie facing off against like a dwarf. Like, it's just X against Y. There's no weight classes. There's no nothing.
Looks promising. As I look around, do I see any big people around my size?
Make a perception check.
Oh, I get the roll dice. Fuck yeah. Oh shit, 6.
You can see over the crowd, and there are a number of taller people, but they're humans or they're elves. You don't really see any Goliaths.
Okay.
You see a couple tall, bald heads, and you think they're Goliaths for a second, but you realize they're just fat humans.
Okay. I wanna keep studying the grappling matches, see if I can learn some techniques.
Okay. You notice that certain moves get better crowd responses. Definitely either a power related move, like, one of the guys was basically just picking the person up, kind of like dumping them to the floor and covering them, which wasn't really getting a rise out of the crowd. But when the guy was throwing him out of the ring or picking him up and doing like a big slam or something that looked fancy, the crowd definitely popped for that a little bit more. You see that most of the fighters don't really use striking. There's no real punches thrown or anything like that. You see the occasional knee to the stomach or something like that, but there's no real punching involved. That's that. You see a few different maneuvers that you get an idea that the crowd will like. Definitely involving people getting thrown or people getting crushed.
Okay, sounds good. I like it. Cool.
Did you watch wrestling when you were a kid?
A little bit. I watched, The Rock, Triple H.
All right, you got an idea. You get what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, Rumble.
Yeah. Royal Rumble. All right, cool.
Nice.
After watching it for a while, I get a good idea. I think I'll head back to the tavern.
Okay. After you head back to the tavern, while you're heading back to the tavern, Dak and Karg. Dak, you did see some signs.
Okay.
For some things. The signs you saw were kind of inconclusive, though.
Okay.
So at the current moment, anytime, you're not sure where the gate to the underground is.
Okay. In that case, I still just want to spend a little bit of time today tracking down, like, actively searching out where that might be rather than just, like, passively
Okay.
keeping my eye out for it.
Make another investigation check.
Okay. 12. That was... Why did it roll? Never mind. Yeah, 12.
You find a bunch of signs, things hidden, in between brick markings and in between things that are, unscrupulous. That you're looking to go to the slums, but you don't know where in the slums. You're just looking.
Sure.
You're thinking that this is going to be in the slums.
Okay.
Oh.
Alright, well, I want to do my best to blend in and head that way.
Okay.
I give back the chalices and head back to the shops.
Okay. I wrap them up and put them in like a side pouch, so that I don't have them like obviously carrying them.
Okay.
So
Dax, so as you go to the slum area, you actually you fit in better over here.
yeah,
Believe it or not, you fit in better over here for sure. You're looking for more signs, right?
yep,
Sorry, investigation check.
it's all good.
You gotta nail one of these. There we go.
22.
Okay. So, you're walking through the slums as I get pasta on the floor. And you see some of this iconography now shifts to pictograph horses, believe it or not.
Pictograph horses.
Yes.
Okay.
The things that you're seeing are starting to pictograph horses and things like that.
Okay. I'm gonna try and find my way to like a set of stables then around here.
Do you wander aimlessly or you talk to people?
I want to stop and talk to people, but I want to like ask about the stables and thieves can't. So it's like there's a regular conversation going on, and then there's the other conversation that's going on. And if the other person isn't responding back, I would just want to thank him and move on until I find somebody who's like.
So you're like, my popsicle is feeling very fresh. And the people are kind of looking at you like cross-eyed.
Yeah, whatever goofy ass way that works. Because it takes like 3 times as long to say whatever you want to say in Thieves' Cant or something weird.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. And then one person kind of looks at you, says, "Poor horse."
Thank you, sir. So, I stop somebody else and ask them for directions to the Poor Horse.
No place called the Poor Horse in Kareth at all.
Damn it.
Oh.
There's a place called the Rich Stallion.
Just shake my head. And that would be... Thanks.
Now, you
Dak
start
just walks away muttering to himself. Fucking self-important, clever pricks.
So you walk in the direction that was pointed to, and eventually you come to a place that is called the Rich Stallion, but it's basically a very dumpish looking type bar.
Okay.
It's a
At
dive
this
bar.
point, yeah, exactly. At this point, I look around and kind of just assume that I'm probably being followed.
You turn around and there's just so many shifting shadows.
There's no way. All right, so I'll head in and take a look around quick.
You head in and the barkeep catches you right at the door, and it's got people in it. There's some music going on. You know, there's people in here, and he's tapping on the counter, kind of like this. Yep. What can I get you?
I order a drink, but I order the drink in the way that's like I'm looking to sell some stuff, and who would I talk to as I like overpay for whatever the drink is.
You're looking for shady ale. Okay. Give me a minute. I gotta get it from the back. Give me a minute.
That's fine, no rush.
I gotta get it from the back. Give me a minute. Okay. He turns around. He walks to the back door. And you watch as he puts a key into it, unlocks the door in front of you, pushes it open, goes in, but then doesn't close the door fully.
I take a quick look around, try and casually walk over without anybody paying me too much mind, and slip in the door behind him.
So as you walk around the bar and try to go behind a big ass bouncer, it's like, hey, wait a minute, young one.
I stop.
I mean, it wasn't just like a wait a minute, asshole. It was like, what are you doing?
Oh. Well, it looked like he needed a hand getting the shady ale.
Oh. It usually requires a couple hands.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'd figured. I know I don't look it, but I'm stronger than I look.
You're probably gonna need that. Okay. So, yeah. And he just takes you by like the back and just like pulls you behind the bar. And then I guess you continue to the door.
Yeah, I followed through the door.
Mm-hmm.
Just slip inside and leave it cracked like it was.
You slip inside, and it's a dimly lit room. Do you have dark vision as a? You slip inside, and it's pretty dark, and you hear from the distance, "Let's go, move." You just hear it in the distance.
I head towards the voice.
Okay. As you get to it, you see another door. You see a light creep in through another entryway as another door is opened in front of you. And into this room, it's like walking into kind of like a gymnasium at a school. It's just a giant room, and in it there's just tables set up of people in dark clothing just standing at tables. Some of them have like one thing on the counter. You see like these intricate black rock carvings, or you see like a guy who's like shaking bottles and things, like moving things around. You see another person who's got a piece of jewelry that's like entirely black, like the gold, like the metal material is black. Everything is black. You hear the sound of like a saw going in the background too. Like you can't really like what the fuck is going on in this room. It is like a black market church craft fair.
Perfect.
I just look around, a little overwhelmed because I've never been to one of these that's this big before. Like, definitely have avoided Kareth for the most part. So, I turn back to the guy and say, thanks. You know, anybody might be buying...
he's gone. Door's closed behind you.
Yep. Well, so much for that. I go wandering around looking for somebody who's got like a table set up that looks like they might be buying like fancy jewelry and crafts and expensive goods. Like shit that's been stolen from the nobles' houses.
You find a person with a lot of jewelry and fine little items laying around. You find you see a couple like really ornate picture frames or portrait frames, and you're like, that's my dude right there.
All right, I walk up to his table, I guess. Is that what they got?
Yep. And it's
right.
Of course it's a shady little cloaked man, right? It's a little.
Of course.
The stature is of a gnome. He's a portly, short man. A hooded cloak over his head, little handlebar kind of mustache, with a little bit of a puff right here, and he's sitting there, and he's got a little thing out, moving some diamond around a little bit.
All right, I get his attention and how's it going today?
Yes.
I got some stuff I'm looking to move in the short term, and in the long term, looking for possibly a long-term relationship. As things have a habit of falling into our laps, I guess. well, my lap, and I pull out the 2 chalices that Ko gave me and set them on the table.
Can I give you a little bit of advice for the future?
Sure.
Less words are preferred. Always.
Of course. Of course.
Now, the wares.
I hold my hand out and point at them.
I see these have not made their way to a museum yet. These are worth quite the coin. Now,
I am aware.
I take you the shady type, but not a dishonorable type.
Where these came from, the museum has no claim to them.
More dishonorable than I thought.
I mean,
These were the drinking glasses of a king and a queen.
and what do they mean to me?
Just as dishonorable as I like. These, I would be willing to sell, to buy them from you. Because nobody else here is really going to take these. I would be willing to buy them for the king's cup. I will take for 200 gold pieces. And I will buy the lady's cup for 150. And as a bonus, choose one piece of jewelry to take home with you.
Oh shit.
I just look at them for a few seconds. Try and read how much I'm getting taken advantage of here.
roll insight.
Because, like,
I mean, are you gonna do? Yeah, roll insight.
yeah, sure.
Those things have got to be worth a shit ton.
Well, I know, but we're in this weird situation where we can't really get rid of them.
Yeah.
You know,
You need a fence.
Yeah, I know.
and that's the relationship.
That's what they do. That's what they
Kinda.
do.
Did you roll it? Oh,
I want to re-roll that.
yep.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do. God damn it.
Yo, he's shady as fuck. But you got no read at all.
Well, I suppose not doing me any good sitting on my shelf. Let me see what you've got.
And so he's got he's playing with this one thing and he's got a lot of stuff behind him, but the counter is entirely empty. And he throws his cloak on top and just pulls it back off the top of the counter. And when he does that, all of a sudden just like this shit falls on the countertop. There's a few rings. There's a locket. There's a couple of necklaces.
All hot stuff, I bet.
Oh, most definitely.
It's
So-
for the most part mundane or just pretty nice jewelry.
Yeah. So, I suppose. Oh, go ahead.
No, he's just making hissing noises at you.
There's no need to rush.
When I said less words, I meant in your head too.
Can't shut that one off. So I take my limited knowledge of jewelry and try and pick out the what seems like a reasonable, not gaudy, but just nice piece of jewelry.
A fine choice.
And say, well, I think we've got a deal.
Yes.
And I know where to come back in the future.
Yes. Are we done?
I nod.
Tink. He drops his pouches in your hands, pulls everything off the counter into his cloak, and goes back to tinkering.
Okay. So, do you have a... Oh, never mind. Alright, so...
350 ain't bad.
No, so I take the money and the... I guess it was probably a ring, is what Dak would probably grab.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Those things were probably worth 1,000 gold each or something.
Oh, they definitely were.
Dying to know.
They're like fucking the magical grails, holy grails, give us all eternal life.
But we are extremely cash strapped.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
We just doubled our cash.
Rolled
Alright.
an 18.
You're good. Okay.
So,
And you exit?
I just want to take a quick glance in the pouch and make sure there's actually gold in it, and then I'm gonna wander around for a little bit.
There is gold in the pouch.
Okay. So, I just want to peruse around for a little bit, see what else is for sale.
How much did I say I gave that to you for?
350
Okay.
for the two of them, plus whatever that ring was worth.
Okay. Fine.
Assuming I didn't grab a cursed ring.
Not my choice, yours.
So,
Okay.
and then head back out the same way I got in, I guess.
The entire time you exit the slums, you feel like you got 10 eyeballs on you at all times. You are looking over every shoulder, and everybody's staring at you as you leave.
Oh, as soon as that feeling starts, Dak just stops looking over his shoulder. He knows how this goes. I'm not gonna do anything about it.
All too familiar.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I don't go directly to the inn though. I go to the grounds with the where the Coliseum is, and then try to get lost in the crowd before I head back.
You're going back to the Coliseum?
Well, I don't want to lead anybody who would be following me directly to the inn, right?
Oh, okay, I got
So I want to go to the grounds where there's a shit ton of people, disappear into the crowd and then double back.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep, you definitely do that. Roll stealth on the way out.
Okay. 16. God, that was bad.
All right, good. Cool.
Then when I get back, I sit down with Ko and show him what I got.
Cove, what were you doing?
I was gonna go to the armor shop and see if I could sell that plaque.
Okay. A gentleman behind the counter says it's not really worth anything but materials.
How much is it worth in materials?
About 30 gold.
I think I'll hold on to it for now. But a question: do you have any? What do we decide? Breastplate.
The best one is half plate.
Do you have any half plate for a really, really big guy?
Okay, let me see. Keep in mind that
Skill.
you're going to very particular people. So, blacksmith, armory, okay.
I know we're going to the nice people, right?
Well, yeah, I'm just waiting for you guys to be like, I want to go to the magic shop. And be like, okay. Because these are like...
What do you mean? I don't get it.
That's what Palin wants to go.
Because like
You mean like-
a blacksmith isn't going to have magical armor. They're going to have...
I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't. Listen, we can't afford magic armor yet.
You want half plate?
Buddy literally needs anything.
I just want to know if he has it in stock for a giant guy.
We...
I don't think half plate.
Yes, we have half plate.
For a big, big guy.
I will mold it to whoever wants to buy it.
Okay. And then I head back to the inn.
Okay. Is everybody at the inn?
Yeah,
All right. We're
I
good.
am.
Yeah, if it's
nice
like
job,
nighttime,
Nick.
yeah, then I'm gonna make my way
Way to
back
go.
there. Tell my dudes that I'm gonna stay at the temple and ask Groduk if he wants to stay with me or.
I need to kill somebody real quick, though, buddy.
Unfortunately, that was the one requirement they made was that you can't kill anybody when you're there. So.
I
No
say
problem.
save that rage for the one-on-one.
Oh, my dear buddy. I shall go sleep among the stars.
So you're gonna go sleep by yourself, Grodek?
Yep.
Okay.
There's no way that ends well. Look at Auntie.
I don't know if I'm gonna let. I don't know if I want to let him do that. I think I would go with him for a while, at least until I get really, really, really tired. But let's be at the inn first with our whole party.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
So you're at the inn. You're deciding where you're going to sleep.
So I cough up the gold and have a brief, vague discussion with Ko about where it came from and hand it to Auntie.
Okay, 350.
How
Man,
much did you?
Well, I suppose we should count it before we just assume it's 350 at this point, but
Yeah.
Probably a good idea.
definitely count it in the room and not on the table.
So you
Oh God.
you take
oh
the
god
gold
damn
out
it.
and you start counting, and the bag is fucking full, but after the top layer of gold, it's like straight up copper, and there's only 180 gold in the bag.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna have to murder
Dak.
somebody.
Dak. You didn't do good, man.
Well, I know where Dak's going tonight.
All right. So we're up to 358 gold, gentlemen. Just a little above where we started. Okay. I just say, boys, I need to prepare in my room. Some final practice that I have to myself. I will see you in the morning.
That guy's not gonna be there, Dak.
No, but I gotta go make a statement.
Yeah, Auntie has like no concern for gold at all. He's like, that's unfortunate, but I'll see you.
That's a big concern. What do you mean you have no concern for gold?
He's a
Who
monk, he
are
doesn't
you right
care.
now?
I say
Just remember-
that is why I'm holding the gold.
Just remember, if you get caught fighting, we're disqualified.
Oh, there won't be fighting.
There might be murder.
There'll be murder.
I don't know. I don't want to. La li la 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 la.
Okay. So Auntie, you're going up to your room.
And I'm every single night I've been practicing that shit that I sent you months ago.
Okay. Yep.
I'm doing that and everything else that I've learned.
Okay.
Trying to figure shit out.
Okay. Car, what are you doing?
Chilling with Dak.
Dak, what are you doing?
I'm not letting him go alone back there.
Playing with envy.
Okay. Buddy, what are you doing? You going to camp out?
Oh, I'm gonna have a drink first. Sit here and be envious of the little guy.
Okay. Comes back to Dak. Dak, what are you doing?
Dak, I still have this. And I look around. Is Palin gone?
Palin, what are you doing?
What time is it?
7:30, 8.
I'm gonna look for some poor people and conjure some food and water as a spell and feed them, and then eventually make my way back to the temple.
When he leaves, I'm like, Dak, check it out. And I lift up the flap on one of my pouches, and I show him the platinum Bahamut statue that I have.
Dak just chuckles. Well, there's no use going back tonight. He'll be packed up.
Hey, what? What do you have?
Don't worry about that.
You're gone.
Oh, it's
He waited till you were.
just from the one that we got in the dungeon or whatever.
It's the one I saved all your lives with.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, okay.
And then it didn't work anymore, so I figured I might as well sell it.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's made of platinum, so...
Well, this just means I got errands to run in a couple nights, I suppose.
Maybe you should count the money when you get paid. I know you have trouble seeing in the dark and everything. Maybe it was too dark in there.
Well, there's also the point that you shouldn't be dumping a bag of gold out on the table in a fucking room full of thieves.
Yeah, I guess before I left, I'm gonna say like, hey, let's. Are we gonna meet up before tomorrow? Like, just I want to make sure we plan on it. Everyone, 12 o'clock, be there. We should gotta be there like 11.
I'll be here in the morning. You guys.
Fair enough. I'll meet you here then.
Alright, we'll meet up here in the morning, then head over.
And then we'll find Grodek by the grounds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What's up?
Okay, so Dak and Carr going up to bed, correct?
Yeah.
Auntie going to bed?
I'm practicing.
We're
and then going
practicing.
to
Yeah,
bed.
you're in your room. Yep. Palin, you're going back to you're walking with Buddy and then gonna split off and go to the cathedral, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna spend the night at the cathedral, and but I don't know. I want to do two things before I fall asleep. And one is I want to use a sending spell to send to Thirudar and say, "Hey, it's Palin. Found a locket with picture that might be you and might interest you. Am in Kareth, if you are around. You can answer me if you want, so 25 words. And then the next thing, I don't know if you want to do that now. Next thing is, I just want to pray. And I want to say to my God, I want to say, this is when I'm the worst, and you know it. Please, please, if I've ever been a good servant to you, just protect my friends when I'm not there to protect them.
Okay.
In nome Patri et Filii Spiritus Sancti.
Roll religion.
Let's see what this is. Religion is int, so 1d20. Minor. Nine. Big 9. Really pious,
It's
but
quite-
know
quite a
nothing
bonus
of
there,
religion.
cleric.
Palin, that's what you get back.
Gotcha.
Okay. Buddy, there's a tent rental fee. Once you roll up. They're charging you 2 gold a night to stay in a tent.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
City's expensive.
Yeah,
So
sure.
they walk you over to an empty plot and say, okay, here you go.
Okay.
There's no tent, though. I hope you have a tent.
So I'm ridding a patch of grass.
You might have one.
You might have a tent.
You should at least have like a bedroll.
A
I do
lot
have a
of
bedroll.
yeah,
Yeah.
get a bedroll.
Those.
A bedroll. Yeah.
If you don't have a tent, it starts to rain. If you do have a tent, it doesn't rain.
I've got a bedroll.
What'd you say,
And
Kalen?
I'll
I
just
don't even know
cover.
if
Tix is in full GM bullshit mode tonight.
I'll just cover myself in my my blankets that I made from my skins that I've fucking skinned forever ago.
Cool. Cool.
I'll just
Okay.
roll up in a big old ball and let a big fart out and pass out.
You turn over and there's like another group of people sitting next to you on a bedroll, and the second you fart, they like just their eyes roll back.
Oh my god.
So otherwise, the night passes pretty uneventfully. No random encounters at night.
I want to test one thing though. I would
Yeah.
type this, but could you just mute the others?
Yeah. One sec. Yeah. What do you testing?
So besides the other shit that happened today, but the one thing I want to do is when we're announced, I want to do that shadow strobe light thing across the arena.
What shadow strobe light?
So I sent this a while ago, but and if you
I just
don't let
remember
me
like
do
the
it at
wing
full-
practice and the things like that.
Well, yeah, the wing thing I said was super late, like dream scenario. What I want to do, this is not an offensive or move or whatever, but I want to be able to spin the shadow around super fast, once or twice,
Okay.
like a strobe,
And make it super long, so it's
super
like,
long. So
Yeah.
it like comes across somebody's eyes. So if they announce Shadow Council,
Yeah.
all around the state. Okay.
Okay, cool.
They're in some of the packs.
All right, we're
I'm
back.
like looking at them. I don't. Oh, these aren't the packs. What? I'm an idiot. I'm looking at like
But-
forgery.
Yeah.
All right.
Where?
So we
Oh,
wake
they're
up
back here.
in the morning, and the rooster crows, and you're feeling it's about time. So does
Time to
anybody?
eat my continental breakfast. Fucking 7 gold a night.
I spent 2 gold for a piece of grass.
Hey, Ko, it was only 5. We shared a room.
Oh yeah, 5 gold.
Yeah.
So you go downstairs and they have fresh bagels, which is also known as like a bagel they pull out of a bag that tastes like rubber. They have they don't have corn flakes, they have corn shavings. You know. And then
Grit.
they have grits and they're super chunky and super thick. It's basically like grit pie.
Oh.
Oh man, this is perfect. It's just like Palin's cooking.
Oh.
Shit. Okay, anybody doing anything before the tournament?
Don't think so.
No.
Okay. Do we have like a midnight cutoff for everybody, or can we go over to like 12:15, 12:30?
I really need to go to bed.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta get up and crack ass.
Okay. Then we can end here. Does anybody want to do anything, or can we say we're meeting at the gate, the meeting at the Dawning Fields?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
We're good with that.
Yeah, it works.
Okay, guys. We went to the mall tonight,
Yeah.
and Dak got ripped off.
Yeah.
Well, it's all right. Just means Dak's gonna have to actually kill somebody. So
Well, we got some gold.
Well, you rolled really high on your perception, and then you said, "I checked to see if there's gold in there." Which I was like, "Oh well, yeah, obviously, yeah." He rolled high on his perception. He opens the bag. He says, "Yeah, there's gold in here," and he walks away. You didn't tell me what you were looking for.
GM dickishness right there.
Well, we got some gold. We got a bunch of potions. We got potions
Overall,
of fire
yeah.
breathing.
Overall, we're still ahead. So
That-
Still want to identify
We're not making
skull.
enough gold though.
Yeah.
No.
Now
Well-
we have to start scheming again, but I'll have to wait till after the tournament.
That's right. I didn't like playing Dak as a
Fine,
character
maybe
anyway.
we'll get mad loot.
Yeah, man. Yeah, well, all right.